Is that better? Is that better? No. Okay, so desktop audio still ain't going. It's definitely got me now because I can see the fucking gauges. I'm gonna lose it with OBS, my man. We're gonna have to do the full thing all over again. That sounds about right. Yeah. All right. Let's try this one. Let's try this one. Hello? All right. Somebody else talk.
I'm somebody else.
There you go. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. I'm going to boost you guys up a little bit. All right. Start it again. Run the intro.
Hey,
hang on.
Guys,
hang on.
That's him muting me so that I don't.
No. That wasn't. No, I don't have that kind of power. It's you guys are all one audio channel. I literally went to the start screen again. Oh yeah, I will have to mix you guys in Discord a little bit. I do need to turn up Kyle because Kyle is one of the quieter people. And
do it.
Our newest.
Oh boy, you don't have anything set up for me.
I mean, your default is cranked to like 186%. So
more things.
I'm saying more
See, our beautiful clown.
Oh my god,
Not clown,
I'm
sorry.
not a clown.
Oh, I'm a little loud. I'm fucking peeking myself. There we go.
Yeah, I think we're all coming in quiet.
Yeah, I just gotta crank people up a little bit.
I've been bonked. What the fuck?
Never mind, I'm perfect, so we're good to go.
Yeah, Dylan's the only one I really got nailed down. Some people change from day to day on how up on their
The one
mics
who says
they
it
get.
out loud is the one that, yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, I can turn Dylan down and I can boost everyone else up at the same time.
Knox, it would be more insane to try to improve upon perfection. So, you know.
I'm gonna drop Dylan down to 100%.
The most rational. What?
Right.
No!
I'm boosting the whole squad, Dylan. I'm boosting everyone else by doing it in the audio mixer for OBS. I'm not cranking all of them and then keeping you where you are. I will blow out everyone's eardrums. But anyway, hello and welcome to the first minute is silence. You know, actually, because we were all muted, the revenue might be attacked. You guys, you're right.
Hey, whoa, okay. Well, here,
Oh,
let's change that.
Shit, not anymore.
Oh.
We tried.
It's okay. YouTube revenue is based on views, and we don't have those. It's fine.
We say fricks and hex, and there we go. Hi, everybody.
Welcome to our newest little escapade. Are y'all excited?
Woo!
I'm
Excellent. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, long pause. We're super excited.
Woohoo!
So this is going to be a special case. We're going to start the top of the show by saying we are taking the next 2 weeks off. Because
Great
next week is
start.
Christmas, and the week after that is New Year's. And more fun games with the initial sub to start off the new campaign. Love it. Appreciate you.
I think it's
Thank
pretty.
you.
It's part of the Twitch culture to have an inconsistent streaming schedule. So we're really kind of coming to the.
We've been nailing most
Nice.
Mondays. Last campaign ended at episode, I think, 39 or 40. Give or take the fact that we can't count half the time, and I lost a bunch of episodes in the middle, but it's whatever. Yeah, I think it's 40, but it might be miscounting. But yeah, it's been an interesting start. That last campaign went for a year, you guys. We were basically to a year to the point. Like, on the dot. So that's pretty consistent. A year, Monday on a year, that's pretty damn consistent. Which,
I'm proud of those numbers.
yeah, it's pretty damn good. Yeah, we missed like 15 weeks, but like also some of that was Christmas immediately, plus New Year's and other holidays, various out sicks and cross-country moves that interrupted things. So it's pretty good. So this is looking to be another long-running campaign. We've got some of it well started, up and ready to go. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of me torturing each of you individually for months on end. So
Wait, hold on. That's not what we agreed to. We're gonna. You said it was gonna be a Hobbit-like fun romp through a very chill world.
I don't believe I would ever use the words fun romp.
I thought you
That's
were gonna
what.
say Hobbit-like. I'm like, yeah.
I don't think those hobbits were having a good time, Dylan. Last I checked for Lord of the Rings, those hobbits were having a real bad time. One of them has shell shock so bad they just quit.
Tomato,
Spoilers for Lord of the Rings, I guess. If you
Yeah,
haven't
how
seen
dare
Lord
you.
of the Rings
Dare
and you're
you.
in a fucking D&D stream, you're in the wrong place. Oh, man. But, yeah, do we just want to go in appearance order or scramble order? Or how do we want to go about introducing our new characters and telling people a little about yourselves?
Appearance order, because then you can't argue who's next.
All right, Maddox, you're up first, buddy.
Uh,
You all know him as the Mix Master, the absolute thrasher. I can't do these verbally off the end. You don't get to see how much I stare at my screen while writing those for your stream trip.
Oh my god. Alright. So Maddox is an astral elf, as you can those of you who can read believe me. He's a 6'4" astral elf with some parental issues, as you might say. Mainly should I say a subclass or should I just let that kind of flow?
Share whatever you feel like sharing.
Ah, okay. Well, based on 0.5 session, he is Moody Boy on boat, who is also very attractive, apparently. I guess that is a group decided notion. Yeah. He wears full armor, or full heavy set of armor. I don't know where I'm going with this. I wasn't prepared.
Excellent.
Check out the art.
No,
Motherfucker.
beautiful.
That's all I got. Yeah, I wasn't prepared. You chose the least experienced person here to do that.
You know, well, we're starting focused on you today, so I feel like that's a pretty good starting point. So that'll be good.
Ah, yes, Moody Ship Boy.
See, but I also didn't read the chat because I'm a piece of shit. Oh, Kyle's back. Oh, perfect. Bam. I was like, I looked over just to see. I was like, all right, we'll go in appearance order. I look over and it's like BRB. Shit.
It was very much planned.
I'm gonna disable streamer mode so I actually get text alerts when you guys message me.
Yeah, that might be good.
All right. Well, we're moving right along to our little goblin friend here, Nox. Nox, tell us about yourself.
Well, hello there. What you get's what you see. You got a little green friend, a wonderful little suit. I'm just here to have a good time, maybe a long time. We'll find out. Pleasure.
Want to tell anybody about your class, or are you keeping that all quiet outside of what's printed on the board?
All of you can fuck off. You'll see it soon enough.
Beautiful.
Hey, Nox, does this smell like chloroform to you?
You have to bring it down to my level, hon.
Hey, the god?
Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam.
My God, don't make him move your character around.
I've got everything locked and in position. Do not. We literally just spent like a half hour doing this. We're not
I don't
fucking
know
with
if you
it.
knew this, but you could Control Z and it'll put me back where I was.
I don't trust it.
I don't trust it. Continue.
I also forgot to lock a lot of the nameplates. I'm going to do that right now. Alrighty. Moving on down our line to our good little dwarven friend, Ginar.
Hi. I'm just a dwarf whose beard is kind of on fire. He thinks the sky is falling, and he doesn't like caves. Beautiful thing. Or is at least paranoid in caves. I don't know. He has a lot of guns on him. Like 4.
I believe that is the highest amount of guns on any gunslinger character I've had so far.
Beautiful. Always got to be prepared.
Always gotta be prepared to shoot someone. Alrighty. Anything else you'd like to say?
Not really. No, I can't think of much.
Alright. Alright, we're
Just a dwarf.
gonna move along down to Shalom.
All right. Well, hello. I am Shalom, as said previously. I am a turtle, and as it says there, I am a witch, though newfound in that capacity myself. What does it mean? Well, if you want to at me, check out the Patreon for Worlds Beyond Number, as it is a subclass designed for their campaign and their system, and I'm, well, testing it out. I am from a tropical paradise that I have left behind to pursue the craft that calls being a witch, with a bit of a green thumb and a penchant for tea. More than that, I don't know. We have a long journey ahead together. I'm eager to travel it with, well, everyone here, I think. That's me, Shalom.
Alright. Thank you, thank you. It's gonna be interesting to try out this witch class. We'll see how that goes.
It could be busted. We'll see.
It could be busted. Dylan, I think you're balancing it out pretty well. If you're sticking with our announcement of your health.
Yeah, let's keep that until the matters.
Alrighty.
I think that's a fun surprise for everyone.
A fun surprise for everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
That's what I think.
Alrighty, and we'll move on down the line to our friend Nivius here.
From one possibly busted homebrew class to another. Nivius is a tiefling diabolist, trying out diabolist class from Kai Tries 5 on Reddit. Don't know anything about them, but shout out to them. They made a cool fucking class.
I'm in in-depth class. There's a lot of options.
There's a lot of shit going on. Sword and board is what you'll know about it for now. And Niv is cold. Very cold. That's about it.
Alrighty. And then moving on to the only member here who wasn't in the D squad, but is a long-standing world shaper for the world of Riven. We're gonna introduce my buddy Sky and his character Lyric. What you got, buddy?
Hello, it's me. I'm Lyric. I'm a performer. I'm of a race that has not been disclosed. People seem to think that it's an elf, human. We'll all find out together.
Bet your channel points now. If I knew how to turn that on, I would.
Gambling with channel points. Love it.
But, yeah, I used to go around with the, circus. But I have broken off to really find myself and just figure out some stuff about my magic. And I'm gonna leave it off at that. But I'm happy to be here. This is exciting. I've played a lot of D&D with some of these guys. But this is the first time that I'm on a stream. So hopefully I don't make a fool out of myself.
I mean, we did that hot minute stream of crashing the airship and
no more
first
than
campaign.
any of the rest of us can be, fucking be called fools.
But
we're all gonna look stupid together.
that is the point of what we're doing here, is being stupid together. To be honest, half of the reason I stream the game is so that when I say some off-the-cuff dumb shit and don't write any of it down, I have a VOD I could go back and be like, do you remember when you said this thing? I could be like, did I? Yep, look at that. I did say that shit, huh? I'm gonna write that down.
Just glorified notes. Got it.
Yeah, essentially. And we also have the new change of some new fun backgrounds. We now have the world map as an available background, so that when I'm screaming about different locations, most of which some of them are hidden behind people's asses, but that's a different problem. That's a later problem. We'll worry about that later.
The hidden ones don't matter.
The hidden ones don't matter. Maddox's entire origin point,
Wow.
completely irrelevant.
That's Karthus erasure. We don't stand for that.
Wow.
Wow. Look, all the places that we've previously adventured are visible. So, that's fair. For the most part. But yeah. I lost my train of thought, and part of that intro was so I could scarf down my food. Thank you all. I appreciate you all very much. So, we are beginning our campaign of the Deathless Tales in the year of 1371, on the 21st day of the month of Orun, which is the first week of spring, the third week in the month. And we are, I can actually look at the calendar and tell you guys exactly what day of the week it is. It's a Thursday. That's not accurate. I have no fucking clue. I have to scroll down real quick. Hold on. It's so important. I've scrolled right past it. I don't know how my months work. What did I say? The 21st? It is the day of Din. For our reference, that's a Saturday, bitches. We're partying. Weekend start. Last we left you guys in our little intro trial period. Our gang was in the Exanian city of Loridon. Just up the road from the eastern shore docks of East Haven, the small docking area for this major port city, the only real port city on the eastern coast of Exania. If you want to dock anywhere else, you are doing so at your own risk, mooring onto the rocky shores or the swampy coasts, anywhere along the eastern board of the continent. Within this is a major trade hub city, most of you coming from parts beyond, all across the world, and making your way to Exania for various reasons. In search of fame, fortune, people who have wronged you, people who have righted you, mysteries of the arcane arts, or just a new way to make things go boom and avoid having to face your traumas.
Yay.
Our monster hunting crew of previous renown, Nox, Ginar, and Nivius, after slaying a juvenile Arctic Hydra in the Great Northern Wilds, the frozen marshlands of Exania. Transfer maps here. Up into the Northern Wilds, near the Ludenfall Cove, you all did combat in the icy, really kind of treacherous swamplands. Up there, you slayed a local issue for the local innkeeper, the owner of the Stray Lamb. Good innkeeper Sal Broadarm, the retired adventurer, as he likes to call himself, sent you all on a little bit of a mission to collect that, as the Hydra had been waylaying carts of animals, people moving livestock, as well as his own personal sheep collection, which he uses for wool as the winter months roll along. He's lost a handful of lambs, and he was getting real sick of it, but it was beyond his capacity, so he outsourced it to you, fine adventurers. A successful task, getting Ginar a little bit of blood under the nails, a little bit of first kill jitters out the way, allowing him to actually use his weapons of war against a living creature for the first time, and allowing Nox and Nivius to get to know each other in the frontline blade wielders they are. It is here at the Inn of the Stray Lamb, after successfully retrieving the heads of that Hydra for him for proof of death, that he has provided you with a place to stay, 100 gold stipend for each of you, and an evenings of drinks on him to chase away the cold that seems to have followed you down from the north.
100 gold each.
Look, it's a small town. He's he's an honest innkeeper, but this is not exactly highballing.
Well, that's a lot of money. What the fuck you doing?
Well, seeing how his is, the inn is about 10 gold a night, it's kind of not a lot for him. This is a nice place. An inn is kind of the wrong word for the Stray Lamb. The Stray Lamb is more like a series of cottages. You all have like a small... You guys are basically renting like a small Airbnb. You have like a small 3-bedroom building. The Stray Lamb caters primarily to families or large merchant vessels that are ferrying large bits of cargo from place to place and need teams of people. So he caters more towards that. Instead of individual inn rooms, you've got a private kind of small cottage that you can cram all your people in and keep your gear close by at hand for safety. Being the end of the line for the nearby trail, my own names, I gotta remember where I wrote stuff down. Gotta love it. I'm great at this.
Yeah.
The awkward moment when you write yourself a phonetic guide and forget where you put your own phonetic guide.
You need a guide to find the guide.
I can't control F my written notes.
No.
The Viakistan path, leading down towards the city of Mayberry, which Nox and Ginar, you would have hiked your way up through, arriving via the Storm's Crest. It is here where you all met our a group that I'm dubbing the Magical Crew, as I realized the pretty hard split on the marshals and the magics of Lyric, Shalone, and Maddox, arriving through a port connection call in Andromeda, where you all boarded ship together, destined for Loridon. Waylaid by a small group of novice pirates along your way, demanding booze, through deft hands, apt performance, and taking their weapons and showing them back to themselves. The crew was allowed to continue on with their own lives, and you all along your merry ways. The shipment of alcohol that you were transporting, or at least the ship was transporting, and you, by extension, aided in the delivery of, as it was no longer stolen, was delivered to the Stray Lamb, and you were all welcomed in and thanked for your time as part of your ferry, and have been given a night's stay as well. In the tap room of the Stray Lamb, at the primary building at the center of his little encampment for which he runs his business, you were all gathered in the tap room to enjoy an evening celebration of relaxation after weeks at sea, and enjoyed a lovely evening of entertainment, fun diversions, and were introduced to, frankly, the other group of people that looks strangely dissonant compared to the average races of the peoples of Eastern Exania. The diverse natures of your races, leaving you all kind of as spectacular outsiders, but your power level itself is what really defines that you are all adventurers of the era. It was here in which, after discussing and getting to know this new crew of people that is yet to be declared, but your newly arrived people, it was young Maddox who revealed a pertinent question to the squad of, quote, can any of y'all read this? To which he presented a document to the squad, a personal journal. Looks like a weathered piece of leather binding individual pages that appears someone has hand collected not like an individually purchased thing, but more of a collected portfolio of loose pages that have been bound to this like scrap of like hand carved leather, revealing that I believe only one of you might speak. I didn't check Shalom's languages. Shalom does not speak it. But I will reveal the pages to all of you since they are a handout so everyone can see it. I don't know how to revoke that later.
In the permissions, you can.
I think I can just go share. Oh, I like share with players. Shares to just the person who has it in their journal. Here, all right, show to players.
Yeah, those are words, supposedly.
And
They might be the scribbles of a madman. We don't know.
it might be the scribbles of a madman, but it is celestial, if I remember correctly.
It is. And so for the one about you who could read it, before learning what it was and shutting their book tight to not to expose too much information, this is where we jump back in.
I can read it for you if you want, but I don't know if I will fully grasp what's written.
I have this. It just kind of looks like gibberish to me.
I mean, most languages you don't understand would look like gibberish.
But look at this funny letter. Doesn't it look similar, right?
Sure.
To like the normal word, such as I don't know. What is it? You know what it says?
Maddox, you would know that there is a portion of this journal, your mother's journal to be specific, is written in a multitude of languages, some pages containing nothing but sequences of numbers, and all sorts of individual things. You know that your mother used to cipher any information she was researching for investigations or her own personal usage. She would cipher a lot of it, just to kind of, in case someone stole her notes or acquired them, they'd have a damned hard time figuring out what she was up to. So you know, like that a lot of the like day-to-day writings, like of just someone kind of tracking their day-to-day movements, is written in common. So you've read through a lot of that. Most of it's about as exciting as you could expect. Reminders to do taxes, writing down dates important people that she's met with throughout the day through her career as a seeker. But a lot of the interesting bits that you think might yield information are encoded in different languages, and you've been having a damned hard time getting through some of them. And this is one of the first pages that is like this.
Okay. Second, yeah.
Oh, good. You can give you a moment to jot all that down.
So, you got any reason for that there book, my friend? Is it personal to you? Just steal it? What's the...
Well, it belonged to my parents.
Huh.
They kind of went missing. It's the only thing that I truly have left.
Sorry for your loss, I suppose.
Are you hoping whatever's in it will help you find them then?
Hopefully.
But yeah, as Nivea stated, they can read it, Maddox, if you wanted to let them translate it out for you.
He kind of like he looks at it for a second and holds it out to Nivius.
I can either write it down or read it out. Depends on how much you want the others to know.
If you could write it down, that'd be great.
She'll take it and find a piece of paper and pen and start translating it over to Common.
Alrighty. And then...
What about the rest of you lovely folks?
Shalom will kind of look up from the meal that she's kind of eating and kind of quirk her head just a little bit to the side and say,
Oh, well, it seems to be good news. Young Maddox had been staring at that for some many hours on the journey so far, so to see some fruit from his journey is good. Celestial, though, odd. Not a common tongue, to say the least. Are you a priest, then, or a cleric of a god? Shalom will kind of look to Nivius.
No, my father's just odd and taught me odd things.
Well, thanks then, at least for this oddity, that it might help another.
Sort of almost this exact scenario. He taught it for me. Oh, not many other people are going to know this language. You'll be very useful.
A wise man.
You can say that.
Shalon will smile and kind of watch. Shalon's not going to try to read what's being written, but she's going to, see, kind of pay attention to you to see if, as Maddox might be theorizing, if it is some kind of translatable thing or if it is going to be something more coded.
I have put the translation in a journal handout. I will also post it in the Discord for people. And if y'all want, I can read it, or if you want to do it, Nivius can read it, or Maddox can read it, or however y'all would like to go about doing that.
Niv will definitely, obviously she knows what it says because she's written it, but she'll hand it back to Maddox specifically, and whether or not he wants to share it with other people. She'll respect that.
And I leave it to you, Drip. I will post it in your personal chat, and if you would like to share it, I will post it in the handouts in the Discord as well.
Okay.
It's also in your Roll20 handouts as well, Drip. So you have it in both places. For your staring pleasure.
Bonjour.
And then there it is in your handout section as well. And while Nivius and Maddox deal over there, we've had a redeem for hydrate, so everybody go ahead and drink some water or your beverage of choice.
Fanta.
Fucking bourbon.
I'm a sign, not a cup. Thank you for the point redeem. We appreciate it. What are the rest of you up to while Nivius is translating?
So I have a question. This is, a question that if Monster Hunter crew were able to get room and board for some of the things that they had done, are we just paying out of pocket for another?
Since you saved his alcohol shipment, he is providing you room and board for the evening.
All right. Well, I think Shalon, being Shalon, would want to keep herself a bit busy. So if she'd be offering her services a bit in the kitchen if she's got some time to kill. She's not used to being served on, so I think she feels a little bit more at home there. If he'd be willing to have a stranger, I understand that's also a bit of a could be an invasion of space. So
Yeah. So you bring this offer to the bartender.
Yeah.
Bartender / innkeep.
Sal, Mr.
Sal
Broadarm.
Broadarm. It's kind of a burly human gentleman in his late 60s, graying, kind of kind of like heavier set, like large portly belly, thick barrel arms. You can see some like old, like the whole tap room itself is kind of a love letter to more adventurous times of his youth. As when you guys arrived, he was nailing up the Hydra heads to one of the pillars, kind of like splayed out, so that's kind of like maintains kind of the Hydra aspect, like on the far corner. He's got like memorabilia from like there's dragon scales, there's like he's got like part of the walls. He's like, I painted this with the ashes from a wave of zombies that came hauling out of the woods couple decades back. The corpses kind of melted to ash when killed, turned it into paint. Use your resources. It's got like light fixtures that are these like large crystalline geodes from all throughout the tap room itself. And he's like, yeah, sometimes the occasional rock elemental rolls out of the walking hills, and it becomes a problem. You got to put it down, but like that's good rock.
I understand completely. I find too that an inn needs a little bit of light controlled danger to really accent the comfort and comfortability. If you just have a comfortable inn, you kind of forget of how dangerous the world is. So you need a little bit of something.
It's a good reminder. A lot of the people around here tend to forget. Too many months go by without something crawling out of somewhere and threatening people.
Yes. The division between the wilds and civilization is quite thin.
He just like kind of points off to the distance. Unfortunately, around here, it's like 10 steps out the city walls and you got a problem. But yeah, if you want to lend a hand, sure. I mean, I'll take it. But I could pay you directly, or I could put it on your room and board.
I would merely ask for an opportunity to make some little to make use of your oven.
Sure. It's Are you good with the like kind of nip in the air outside? He's like, it's a big old like you can see out in like the courtyard, like warming the space. It's this like giant brick pizza oven almost. It's like giant thing. He's like, as long as you're good with it being out there, like you have at it.
You can see she like looks out to like the 5-foot walk in, to the colder elements to the pizza oven, and the camera makes the journey look infinitely longer. There's a little bit of a gulp, but she'll say, I'll be all right.
All right, so yeah, as long as you need, we got a spare coat if you need it. I keep it around when it gets real snowy, kind of, just a good old kitchen coat. Yeah, we're right ahead. Yeah, milk free. Set yourselves up. Just stay out of the liquor, please. That's my only.
Oh, of course.
My only grab. I monitor that.
So I would like to do a class ability. Just I'm gonna make a talisman or a token rather.
I'm gonna poison all the inn people.
I'm gonna poison everybody.
Really?
I'm gonna make the game ends session 1.
Dylan's long ploy to murder everyone in episode 1.
I think it takes an hour, so like while they're kind of doing whatever scenes they're playing, I'll just be in the background doing this. So Ashalone is like helping out, doing like prep work for the innkeeper. She's going to be making just some like tea cakes, just like a little like Russian tea cake kind of thing, like a little powdered sugar, nothing too excessive. But I do have to make a check with this in order to make it work.
All right, first roll of the campaign. Let's go. First roll of the campaign is for tea cakes. I feel like we're sugarcoating those.
What stat should I use, God?
Cook's utensils.
Yeah, wisdom, dexterity.
I say wisdom.
Intelligence.
Yeah, I say
okay,
wisdom.
thank God.
Don't ask me.
All right. And as I go, I'll look around and I'll try to get some help from my familiar. So I'll have Zephyr assist me. we can introduce him later, but I'll just have him kind of running around and grabbing me stuff.
No, describe the boy.
No, too much. I'll heal later. Go ahead. Okay, here we go. First roll.
Fantastic.
Wow, a pair of
Two
fucking
eights.
pair of 4s, a pair of 2s. Oh my god.
That's not good.
Oh,
All right.
that
Fantastic sign of what's to come.
Twos. So I think then let me double check how this works with my class ability, because I didn't think I'd feel that bad. I have to make a DC check of 10, which I failed. Oh, sorry, 12 because that's a spell level. So I failed. I didn't fail more than 5, so I don't lose the spell.
That's
so
good.
I think what happens is that it is too cold for me outside in the oven. And I just kind of I'm a cold-blooded turtle. The cold outside is not good, even though it's early spring, and I definitely lose my focus, and the tea cakes burn, spoiling them. So I think there's a moment where I pull them out after freezing, look at them, sigh, and just toss them into a snowbank. I don't want anybody to know.
Local wildlife is sure to enjoy those. The raccoons
Exactly.
coming out, it's like, hey.
All right. And then I'll return after an hour looking very cold. I might have a cold now. Beautiful.
Make
Love
me a
it.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Fair. 12.
12. All right, that'll work.
All right.
That's a 13, huh? Yeah. All right, yeah. We managed to
All right.
stave off the innkeep brings you a warm drink after watching you suffer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, don't push yourself, dear. It's perfectly fine. I understand. Arms of the
It's
weather.
an adjustment. It's an adjustment from the tropics. I will say
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, definitely. You coming in from Andromeda, that is gonna be a culture shock.
Yeah,
Bit of a
that's true.
system shock. Are you planning on staying in Loridodon, or are you heading down to the more southern places?
My journey takes me south, and I am all for it. Suffice to say, I know not yet.
We have some definitely warmer clients.
I will keep that in mind.
Get more towards the storm's crest, and you're gonna start getting right warmer. It's right next to the hinterlands, and the scorched hinterlands will keep you nice and warm. That'll be a nice warm breeze coming at you.
I think Shalom does shoot out a prayer to be like, oh, please let me have to go south. As she kind of looks to Maddox and hopefully whatever's been uncovered leads us south. Well, yeah, that whole process took an hour, so feel free to dig in.
Yeah.
Damn it, it didn't work.
Is something burning?
No.
Not yet. We got some time.
I swear it
Hold on.
wasn't me.
You guys are free to discuss your findings, Maddox, or you guys can other people can say what they're up to.
I think I'll hold on to that little nugget for a bit.
Okay.
Definitely something interesting you're chasing, I'll say that much.
All right.
Oh,
Anybody else doing anything for the evening?
I'd say mostly hearing that Maddox's parents is missing. I guess I suppose the rather chipper guy kind of goes to a more neutral and then just kind of quietly just goes to his drink. That's it.
While you all bake, deduce, drink, and flit your day as a nice, relaxing stay from the tumultuous journeys you've had to this point, you notice that for middle of the day on a tap room, there is a lot of bustle outside, a lot of movement. You can see wagons of people rolling up containing less goods for sale and more what looks to be personal belongings. A guy rolls in, half elven, long goatee, angular features, short crop hair, and in very well worn travel clothes. This looks like someone who lives their life on the road. Comes in, well worn boots, soft soles, everything's neatly broken in. Comes in with kind of kind of a somber look as he approaches the innkeep and like hands him like a stack of papers. And Saul kind of just looks over and he's like, 15? That's really? Why? Why so many? He's like, well, you know, with the roads being the way they are, and well, maybe I was just getting unsafe. I mean, we might need to look into dealing with it. I'm not really sure about what we can do, but people are scared, so they're just not wanting to stick around. The merchants are willing to risk it for profit, but these people are just living their lives. They aren't much for it. It's like, well, I got the usual cabin set aside. You know where the keys are for each of them. Just take the homesteaders and be done with it. And well, don't worry about the pay. Let them keep their money. They're already dealing with enough problems as it is. Kind of bids him adieu and takes this stack of papers with him and goes outside. And you see him just like, this guy just starts directing just like carts full of families around back into the various cabins out in the back. So I just kind of like looks at the bar, just kind of like, well, weird things are happening again.
It seems that you've got another bit of trouble on your hand.
Well, former life of someone who used to live on the roads around here is you end up getting to know the people who stead in these parts, and, well, seems there's some issues down in Mayberry.
What kind of issues?
And light rumors mostly for now, but I mean the most tangible problem is people have been going missing in the city and on the road. Which, I mean, the occasional merchant going missing, usually corpse turns up, ambush, goblinoids, wild animal attack, rogue earth elementals, you know, there's danger.
Just as he says it, I don't say anything, but I give him like a very pointed look. This is goblinoids.
Just gotta look over. Sorry. Local problem. Less your type, more loincloths and scimitars.
I know the type.
Good. Yeah, the people have been reporting strange noises from the forests, metallic scrapings. Sounds like there's large creatures moving about. Wildlife has been going missing. A couple months ago, a gentleman got attacked by his pigs, and they do what pigs do when they get access to meat in their stalls. But it's rare that you see a domesticated farm animal eat their farmer. It was not a pretty sight. Merchant crews have gone missing. People that are well armed, been going missing from the roads, and specifically in Mayberry. And if the new reasons they're to be believed, people are going missing in town. And it's got people rightly worried.
These will kind of look at the mostly Nox and Ginar. Missing people. People in trouble are usually pretty ready to give up coin to fix their problems.
Be right back, just 1 second.
Nox just gives you a shrug. Not really into taking coin from the desperate, but
I've got no problem with it.
Kind of pop out of his thought and give a smile. Well, if we could help somebody, it's always a good thing.
Yeah, hero.
Mm-hmm.
What about the rest of you three? Down to help a few poor souls?
Oh, what? Were we talking about something? Lyric has been fiddling with an instrument and completely not paying attention to
I have returned.
anything.
People going missing in Mulberry? Something Bury.
Mayberry.
Mayberry.
named after a local series of.
Don't do it. Don't resist.
No, I'm laughing because Drip's brother's in the chat, and the first thing he says immediately got it flagged. And so I was just looking over, and I'm like, oh, hey, Baji's being flagged. He's just yelling. Perfect. And named after a wild fruit that they've kind of domesticated. Turned into all sorts of things. Wines. The soil around Mayberry is very fertile. The rural mountains is an old series of volcanoes, and the land around is very nice for growing things, barring the occasional natural disaster. You know.
Was there ever any issues with a hag down there?
He just kind of sits there, like sits back and like looks at his walls. Hag. I mean, there's rumors of a witch, but not really problems with her. Hags.
Father once said he fought a hag who turned him into a pig down there.
Maybe that's on the other side of the mountain. You might want to check the western northern wilds for that.
Just curious. Its legitimacy is questionable.
Unfortunately, it's not my little triangular thing here, but I mostly went between Mayberry, Stone's Vigil, and Liridian here. So I can't really say on for the whole of the northern wilds, but I mean maybe, but not to my knowledge. No.
One checked off is probably not on the list.
You pull out like a notebook.
Yeah.
Would say that you pull out like a little notebook and just cross out a line.
No, there's some question marks, but it could still be true. It's probably not. The default state of everything in this book is probably not.
It's a sliding scale. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Alrighty.
Was there any interest in it for you to commission? Just kind of waves this little ragtag band.
I mean, y'all would save me the trouble of having to take up the old axe and go hunt down whatever's causing problems. If you all want to head down to Mayberry and check with the mayor, and he kind of like pulls out like a small ledger and flips it open. He's like, let's see. He's like, no, they're missing. No, she's missing. Looks like you're gonna want to talk to Bobble Applebottom. He's the town baker. Seems to be the major city official left. If my new updates are right. Looks like the town sheriff is missing, the mayor is missing, and the banker is missing. So
everyone of status, it seems like.
Yeah, it seems to be the thing. Oh, thank you, Stream Elements, for reminding me I need to turn that off.
That's right, everybody. Genshin Impact.
Oh, hey, they aren't sponsoring today's stream. They did it about a month ago. They sponsored a stream.
Jeez.
Stream Elements, thank you for reminding me that still exists. Thank you so much. Oh, God, that's hilarious. All right. Free ad. Look, play Genshin today. They have cat girls. I've gotten 2 of them. Let's go.
The only ad you need.
Oh, hey, I have an available promo for it. You know, there might be another Genshin stream later this week, y'all. Yeah, I got an offer? Sure. Yep, maybe. We might just leave that in there.
Lone Lyric Maddox, any interest in heading down there?
Have I come back at this point?
Yeah, you would have been able to come back inside by this point, yeah.
Okay. You see, Shalon is dressed in a coat that's way too big for her, and she looks a little paler.
It's not that
Can-
cold outside.
she kind of sits down and frowns and says,
Oh, well, that's certainly troubling to hear, but I mean, we were going in that direction anyway, I imagine. We were thinking, Maddox, you were thinking that you wanted to get to
Thorm's Crest. Yeah.
Thorm's Crest, and that's on the road. And, well,
I'll look over to Lyric and say,
have you in your travels, as wide as they've been, do you think you might know what's wrong with this place?
Well, missing people isn't really my forte. Could be a number
I mean,
of
I'm-
things.
I mean, Lyric, you've been around. I mean, you're pretty familiar with traveling and stuff like that. You must have seen stuff.
Is there
Similar
anything
to
that
this in your travels.
specifically takes people?
Like I have said, could be a number of things. There are
Lyric, I would say probably. You're pretty used to people go missing. People blame people that you know for it.
blame the circus?
Yeah.
Leave your family to go join the circus. That's a story I've heard.
Well, I mean, have there been any traveling groups, we'll say, that have come by these parts recently?
Well, that's a good question.
Most of these parts is traveling groups. I'll be honest. I'm sorry, I'm the innkeeper. Am I here? Am I? I'll leave you to it.
No, you're pervy, I think, to the conversation. We haven't
I mean, that sounds like
excluded
a
you.
typical innkeeper, just interjecting when they feel necessary.
That's pretty reasonable behavior.
Yeah, I would say so.
Any large groups that would attract the attention of, well, officials, I suppose. I don't know how many of these people might have a boring life and wish for something better. It sounds like most of the missing people are already in a situation where they wouldn't want to leave.
It's unlikely that the mayor of Mayberry would leave to become a tightrope artist. That makes sense to me.
Unlikely, but not impossible. I've seen it happen before.
Were they any good?
Specifically a mayor.
Yes, actually, specifically a mayor. And good is not what
Did they
I
fall to
would
their death?
specifically. No, they did not die.
Then they're
I
good
feel
enough.
I feel like passion probably goes a long way in your
Passionate,
work.
absolutely.
You can work
Good,
with
not
Nah.
the word that I would use.
that. I feel like you can train hand-eye coordination, but passion, well, that's a bit trickier.
So
Maybe she's good now.
Mm.
I haven't seen her perform in quite a while. So maybe she's good now.
not to formally interrupt here, but sounds like we're all at least willing to give it a shot. You guys are headed to Storm's Crest. We've already came that way.
I've got some interest in Storm's Crest as well. That was my general direction I was heading.
And you three are the ones who killed that? And Shalom will like motion to the chopped off head.
You got 4 Hydra heads mounted to like pillars in the building.
Yeah.
We sure are.
Yes, ma'am, that was us.
Well, I would feel very comfortable being escorted by 3 strapping young adventurers like yourselves, then. If you'd have an old lady.
Good company.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you.
Shalom will look to Maddox and to Lyric.
What do you say? little extra muscle on the road south seems like a good idea.
Maddox like kind of seems a little like he's contemplating the writing that has been passed towards him. He's just kind of going over it a few times. You see him just kind of shake his head out of like a trance almost, and just he turns his attention to Shalom. Yeah, oh yeah. I would say it probably wouldn't. What are we talking about?
Knox just kind of looks to Shalom and is like, I think that's an affirmative from him. So I'm kind of worried about him.
Kind of Shalom will kind of look to Knox and say, well, Maddox is, I think, your friend has aided him in some capacity, but it will take some time to mull that over. But he is powerful. I wouldn't say terrifyingly so, but awe-inspiring. There's a great affinity to powerful forces of nature. Not a light touch, that one.
All right, well, let's see.
Let's see. Sal comes over. Did you all want the list of the missing people? And if that can help, I know some adventurers need the information.
You might as well give us as much information as you have.
Let's see. Last I seen Last I seen. Let's see. First reported person missing goes back about a month or so ago. At least officially missing from the town. I can't. People go missing on the road all the time. I can't really. We put up posters, but like, you know, some of them are just merchants that have decided to skedaddle with their whatever they were supposed to be selling instead of, you know, making the sale. Let's see. Notable going missings. Core and Sea Spanner. They were an eclectic one. Sold weird birds, foreign things, imports, as well as other little critters. Let's see.
Exotic animals?
Yeah. Kind of made their way between port and selling exotic animals.
Specifically birds?
Birds, the small critters, house things, parrots and the like, talking birds. Nothing.
Bird.
Let's see. You have obviously Magistrate Tilly, the mayor. She went missing about 3 weeks back. Oramaculus, the city sheriff, he went missing about the same time the mayor did. Rumor mill has it they ran away together, but you didn't hear it from me.
Oh, oops.
There's an audible gas from Shalom.
A merchant did go missing in town that was kind of high profile and has raised a lot of flags with a lot of people. One, Bornable Silverblood. Dwarven merchant type up from their keep was supposed to do a trade off in Mayberry, and he didn't show. And when the merchant he was supposed to trade with went to the keep, they said he left about a week prior, which was a good chunk of time. But yeah, he went missing. But yeah, a bunch of. I mean, we've missed some shipments, but that's not entirely too crazy. But probably like 7 or so in the last 3 months. I'd hate to imagine all of them been going missing on the roads, but
a whole true verified Silverblood missing out on an appointment and a sale.
Yeah, his kin weren't too happy about hearing about it.
No, they would not be.
I think they have a
very true. I've got a contact with the Silverbloods. Let's just say they're
looks like your suit ain't the fanciest thing about you then.
Their matron is a bit of a perfectionist. She doesn't tolerate very much in terms of failure.
Well, I mean, only other things else I can give y'all. rumor mill. It has things like the woods is haunted. I mean, I've fought my fair share of undead that has crawled out them woods. Occasional owlbear plagued the land. We had to hire out some people. But, I mean, lately people have been reporting, strange kind of noises. But, like, it's the wilderness. We just chalk it up to city folk aren't used to, well, the sounds of nature. But, I mean, if y'all look into it, I'm sure that somebody would be willing to pay. I mean, I can probably kick you together something around here, but I'm not really a lord around here. I'm just someone who likes to help.
Even free room and board next time we're around would be plenty.
I can arrange that. Should disappearances stop, if y'all can... I mean, if it's a big nasty beastie, if you can drag it back here, I will purchase it for decoration.
Do we have to give you a story about how you slew it, or?
No, most of the things in here I've either done, helped with. He's like, I've got like the purchase pile. A lot of the cabins are decorated in those things.
If you look, there's a little plaque underneath some of them that tells you.
See, she got a right good eye. I appreciate her. Mm-hmm. Now, I will tell you that I did carve those plaques myself. That one is fully on me.
There is a secondary plaque that mentions that.
I took a class at the Y.
It's very well done.
I kind of like I look at Shalom like I just questioned the validity of some of them. That's all.
Look, I'm putting together a new cabin over the summer. If y'all kill a collection of beasties and want me to use that to decorate, by all means, I'll slap your names all over the cabin.
I was thinking more like 5% every time you rent it, but sounds fair for a start.
Well, that would be mighty steep for interior decorators.
There's a little shrug and a little the full-toothed fucking almost like a shark kind of grin from the goblin. Just for your consideration.
I love the perspective of monster killers as interior decorators. That tickles me.
Well, I gotta do something with all those bones and furs. He's like, and besides, owlbear down is great for pillows.
My mother made me a blanket out of it. Wonderful.
See? Yeah. Insulates, lovely. Once you wash them feathers out, all that grime, fluffy and cloud-like. You'll see tonight. You'll become acquainted.
Not to mention all the other things that I can use that you can't.
Well, that was right ominous, my good man.
I'm a bit more cryptic than ominous. Because if it's cryptic, I'm gonna stick with that descriptor.
It was something, is what it was.
Maddox, is your brain hurting yet? Staring at all those numbers.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a code.
Yeah, there's if he wants to share it. I might have spent a couple of hours last night making a cipher.
Oh my god.
Do you need
staring at it so hard?
Do you need a thing to break the cipher, or can you just
the key is on there. The key is on there, but you gotta know what you're doing to fucking unkey it. Which I was like, maybe the player knows, and I'm gonna get fucking rolled. Maybe he wants to make an intelligence check, and I walk him through it. We'll see.
Brother, I'm dumb. My intelligence is 8.
Well, I mean, you can share it with the party and collectively troubleshoot, or you could make an intelligence check to see if your character can kind of piece it out.
Yeah, brother, your 8 plus my 8. We got this.
My 8 as well.
I love my group. They're dumb as shit. Dumb of ass, but fancy
dummy
as fuck.
Dummy shit.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, if we have the rooms for tonight, I guess. Are we close to Loridian? We're kind of like on the outskirts of the city, right?
So yeah, this is like on the kind of western edge of Loridian.
Okay.
A lot of the kind of the path kind of branches out up into kind of the outlands. He's got like this like large fenced off portion of land. He owns like a lot of land around here.
Okay.
There's like large fenced off portion. So each place has like its own thing. You guys have like privacy per cabins.
I mean, I have a contact here, but I don't know if you would know much more. He is a merchant in the city, but I imagine it'll be the same story, just rumors that people have been taken. I imagine that if we want to learn anything more, we'll have to go to Mayberry itself. Lyric, I know that you, obviously traveling to Liridian, but were you continuing on to Storm's Crest as well?
Yes, I was.
All right, then. I think we're all in agreement with that at least can all travel together for protection. We don't want to be the next rumor, after all.
Well, that would be a right disappointment, ma'am. But enjoy the rest of your day, and if y'all deal with that problem, I would greatly appreciate it.
You get a weird look from Nox at that laugh. It's just like a head tilt a little bit.
Wait, there's the boy! Hang on, I gotta turn it on! There he is! Mothman sighted.
Your famous
Mothman spotted.
Alien, if you make me up an emote for Mothman, we can definitely put
Oh my
it
god.
on this.
Anytime we hear him.
Yeah.
Oh, I got some already in my. We've got several cats in my D&D Discord.
Let's go. Put him up there with my crime
Goes the
bird.
dynamite.
Yeah. All right. Was there anything else you guys would like to do? You obviously have your day. It's midday. You guys arrived early in the morning. Midday to late afternoon.
I would want to talk to Ginar. I want to talk to Monster Hunters real quick. Which is, I'm going to say, nice.
Still going.
Do any of you practice magic? When you fight, when you do combat, when things like that?
I've got a few magic adjacent things, but I wouldn't really say I'm practiced.
Okay.
What do you mean by magic?
Like spellcraft, divine, arcane, natural phenomenon. I'm looking particular to the capacity of thinking, focusing on spellcraft while fighting. Do any of you do that?
Nox just kind of gives you like a very slim smile. Not particularly there.
Okay.
Auntie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Maddox would turn towards Shalone and just kind of like his eyes would narrow in question. He would look down and go, "Yes."
Well, I know. Oh, dearie, I know that you do it.
That's why he's like, I could have swore, but you can never be too cynical.
No, that's fair. I haven't been able to practice. I'm still, like, Shalon kind of looks a little like I'm still trying to figure out what things in general, but frankly, traveling with both you and Lyric, I haven't been able to really do them that much because you will both, capable practitioners of your particular arts. I need some people who are just kind of punchy, shooty.
I think that's the three of us.
Perfect. I'll look to the young dwarf just in case. That's true then? You're not a cleric of some sort or a wizard?
EBRB.
IBRB.
Yeah, I was like, BRB right as you said. I want to talk to the monster hunting crew.
I missed that. All right.
Ginar went to the
I have not
bathroom.
seen him.
Sorry.
I have not seen him cast a single spell.
All right. Have we done names yet?
Not really.
Nope.
Heavens.
Nope, you all did not.
I apologize. I'm not going to lie. I was trying to make some tea cakes earlier, burned them to
That's
a crisp,
what that smell was. All
and
right.
had to throw them in the snowbank. And I am recovering from frostbite, I think.
You guys can see
Like,
a bunch of raccoons going ham on those tea cakes.
Oh, that's good. That's good at least.
One of them has a small knife.
Well, that's bad. Well, so I root for this, I guess. Who am I to judge? I am Shalom. Pleasure, I hope. And I'm glad to travel with you all. I'll do some introductions. This young man here, the one that you aided so graciously, is Maddox. And the individual performer, the well-traveled Lyric of... Did you mention the name of your troupe, Lyric? Your old troupe? Was that something, I guess... Well, I guess you've left, so you wouldn't really include that in introductions, or should I?
I would prefer if you didn't.
All right, then Lyric.
Just Lyric is fine.
Just Lyric. Perfect. Shalom, young Maddox, and just Lyric.
And you guys would notice whenever Shalom says Maddox's name, a rumble of thunder would happen.
It's very nice. Isn't that good?
but it's almost uncanny enough to where it just seems like it's normal.
Part of the pronunciation.
Granny's got some bass.
It's a blue sky.
I think it's at this point that it's very much Knox will leap down from the bar stool, kind of straighten his coat. Well, a pleasure to meet you all. I am Knox, and that's what you may call me.
Oh no, wait, no. Sharky did give. Ginar did gush about Nox. I think that's where the naming stopped, because Ginar's like, let me tell you about this guy right
more
here.
Of a formal, we're not acknowledging that. And he'll reach out and he'll offer a hand to Sharon as the eldest of the group.
I'll try that again.
Hi, Sharona.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
Shalom. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna figure out how to fuck everyone's name up with this accent. It's gonna be great.
I will say, when I heard about your character, I was like, that better be some Cajun motherfucker. And then and then you started using the accent. I was like, yes,
we're living there. We're in that area. Shalom will offer her hand. A pleasure.
Gives a little nod. It's not quite a bow, but it's And he comes over like it's like 15 steps to get to Maddox, but it's actually like only 5 feet. And he holds a hand out for Maddox. And you, young sir.
Maddox, I need to decide whether I'm sitting or standing because this is really gonna matter.
I was like, yeah, how are you talking to Nox?
Do you do the thing you squat down?
Pick him up, pleasure.
No.
I
think Maddox was raised to show a modicum of respect no matter who it is. So he just reaches down to as best he can and shakes his hand, and he said, pleasure to meet you. Name's Maddox.
Are you implying that your D&D character had parents?
Yes.
Everyone's had parents.
At one point, yes.
Okay. And as he says his name, a rumble of thunder.
There's definitely a firmer shake. Like he handles you more traditionally, let's say. It keeps eye contact with you too.
Yeah, he maintains his orange eyes are maintaining eye contact with you, but he's greeting you with a level of respect, as opposed to obviously getting down to your level and making you feel short.
Perfect. There's like one little ear twitch from him, but then he turns and he comes over to Lyric, and of course, a pleasure. Offers a handout.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine. I shake your hand.
I'm sure it can't all be yours now. It's got to share some pleasure.
I just smile to that.
Anybody else getting pirate ship flashbacks?
Yep.
And when the handshake breaks off, you have a card in your hand.
Yeah. What does it look like? What card is it?
It's a business card.
Is it a business card or is it like an actual
Is it a
playing
business
card?
card?
Normally, it would be.
Now, however,
Get some new ones
I'm
printed
not
out.
currently affiliated.
You have to make new business cards for yourself.
so
They're
it's a
just the
playing
same
card
business
then,
cards,
probably.
just scribbled off.
It's a playing card.
What card is it?
It's the Ace of Clubs.
Ace of Clubs. I'll take that.
Fancy.
The Ace of Spades.
And just very casually, he twirls it and makes it disappear between two fingers and pulls it back. I like card tricks. I knew I'd like you. He just kind of slips it into a pocket on his jacket.
Oh, I like that.
You start handing out tarot cards, people are gonna start getting concerned.
No, we won't get concerned. I'm just gonna have a fucking Vietnam flashback.
Listen, I thought about incorporating that into my tradition, but I was
Then you would
like,
need a Cajun accent
man,
too.
that's just. I think about cards, and it's like, ugh.
Cards have special meaning in this universe.
They happen to
War
be
flashback.
the main mechanic of the big bad of the first campaign we played. So yeah, terrible flashback.
Y'all have terrible flashbacks. My ass, like, all right, so y'all dealt 893 damage. We hog-tied him, put him in a cage, strapped a bunch of grenades to it, and dropped him from space. Okay.
And we'll do it again.
Okay. Yeah. And
this
shot
time
him
will
while
be-
he was falling.
And he deserved it.
That's fair. Fair.
Everything he got.
You murder
Right.
one NPC that's a sweet thing, and everyone's suddenly out for blood.
And you kept us from meeting 10 others because you killed them off screen. Fuck you.
I did. There was info about them in the newspaper. It was funny.
Then we go to bed, I think.
All right.
Well, you introduced yourself, and then nobody else.
I mean, you know,
That's all
Knox
we
introduces
need.
himself and then, all right, I'm out.
Deuces. See all in the
Well,
morning.
obviously, the youngin has gone to the bathroom, but that leaves us the celestial redo.
Nivius, you can call me.
Nivius. Beautiful name. That means something. Hold on. I got it. Give me a second.
Don't worry, not brain of yours.
Can I roll an intelligence check? Here we go.
Do I know what the word Nivius means?
10.
No, because it uses Latin, and Latin doesn't exist in this universe.
I don't think it's a very common.
It could exist. It could.
vocab word.
Some
I
Latin
mean,
guys
by
slipped out.
base, Kyle, all
Most
of
of it
every
does.
other language in D&D that has a written amalgamation is just a cipher of Latin English. Because all of the books are just like, yeah, this is what A and B and C are, but they don't have different words. You just make those words with the writing. So they're all just technically ciphers. None of them are actually languages.
I'll give you 3 guesses by looking at me, and I'm sure you can get it in one of those 3.
I kind of look. Shalom kind of looks Nivius up and down.
Stalwart?
Wrong. Thank you, I guess, but no.
Commanding.
No?
Ice.
Closer. You ran out.
Shoot.
Commanding in such a way that
We're playing hot and cold, and you're trying to get colder.
Snowy.
I always like snow better than ice. That's lovely.
I prefer the ice.
Interesting. Lovely.
This is cover Frozen starts playing.
It's
Oh,
a heavy,
looks like-
a heavy metal
Photography
Frozen cover.
anyway.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and the young dwarf's back. We never caught your
It's,
name.
The little dwarf's room.
It's fucked up that they have a room just for little dwarves.
They've got the urinal set real low.
Yeah, it's great.
It's actually just one of those fucking like troughs in the floor.
But what about dwarves?
Listen, it's optimized for both tall
Introduce
people and short
yourself,
people.
yeah.
They were waiting
Who
for you
are
to come
you?
back.
Okay, my bad.
Oops.
You gotta do a
Who's
formal
you?
introduction if you're gonna hang around.
Yeah. Who are you?
Motherfucker.
Wait, who am I?
Yeah, whomst.
Oh,
Who was stink?
I'm just like, I didn't hear the question, to be honest.
Oh, I
Yeah.
refuse to introduce him on a character point.
That's fair. I was just introducing our party if we're going to be traveling together. I'm Shalom. This is Maddox. And that's Lyric over there.
Now, question, Dylan. Does Shalone also make the sound as well as hearing it, or?
Shalom does what I just did, like a little bit.
Excellent.
Of, like,
Okay, cool. So you hear,
there is the thunder sound, but she does like.
yeah, you hear the turtle make the rumble sound, and then you hear thunder roll in the distance.
Yeah.
You know what? We've been traveling with Maddox long enough that probably would have caught on. When you say lyric, there's a little like music.
Nice.
No.
I love it. I love it.
There's just like a little melody.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm Yinar. Nice to meet you.
Oh, Yinar.
Does he make his own sound effect?
Pulls out gun. No.
No.
No, that is fair. Well, I'm glad to be traveling with some capable fighters, like I said. We all. There's no businesses then that we have in Meridian, correct? We can begin our travels after a good night's rest.
Good to me.
Sounds like a plan.
Good to head
All
out.
right.
Baji with the fucking hydrate.
Okay.
Drink up, nerds.
I'm gonna run out of soda.
I'm gonna be fucking wasted.
Ah, I might have to drink water.
Wasted.
Wild.
Yeah.
I did not say that.
Who here is drinking water?
Hi.
So it's just us. High five.
Let's go. Because I have to
technically my
work
bourbon's got ice in
tomorrow.
it. Does that count?
Water.
You
Yeah.
need water to make soda.
You need
does
water to
count.
make alcohol. It's fine.
Yeah, that logic breaks down pretty quickly.
But Kyle, did you make the alcohol you're drinking?
No, I make beer, not whiskey.
I thought you were about to say I poured it in the glass, didn't I? That's honestly what I was waiting for.
I make every
Kyle, where can we buy your beer? Can we get a link?
You
Can we ship it?
fucking cannot. No, absolutely not.
he's like, I'm not tying that existence
not
to
doxing
that.
myself. Fuck
That's
you.
fair.
I do
That's
not
fair.
want to be known.
Can know my name because I drink fucking Monster Energies and punch holes in drywall, but that's better.
It's pretty
That's all
accurate.
you
Yeah.
get. It's all you
get is
fucking
his
little
name
creeps
is
get.
Kyle. Good luck.
Yeah. Hunt him down. I'm not gonna say I dare you. Somebody will be like, I got you all. I know where all of you are.
Just don't post a picture of like, you know, a
Find
bush
us, Jose
meat or,
Monkey.
you know, because that guy will find you.
I'm gonna
Google
take a
Street
picture
View
of
address.
yeah. I'm just gonna give it to Niv and let them find me on fucking.
GeoGuessr.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, GeoGuessr meta comes back.
No, you guys should take a look at Jose Monkey on TikTok. That's his whole thing is he finds people who ask to be found. You submit a small video of like your surroundings and tell him to find you, and then he gives you your fucking exact location.
Rainbow shit does
They're
that too.
fucking great.
Fucking terrible.
Beautiful.
Hi, I find people who ask to be found. Anyway, this is where you were standing. And it's like, ugh. It's disturbing, like, how accurate he could be with so little information. You're like, man, there's nothing stopping literally anybody from doing this to you. Yikes.
But how the fuck does he do that?
Using your backgrounds, especially in the United States, lots of your geographical features are, if you know what you're looking for, are pretty easy to find. There's different types of... I've seen him use the
Play
fucking
no
types of
pan
trees. Yeah.
Moving GeoGuessr.
Yeah. different types of trees. I've seen him use the logo on a recycling bin in the background of someone's video once.
Why don't I just take a fucking video of the, little sidewalk? How about that?
He'll do it,
They'll
dog.
do it. They'll do it.
you don't understand. He'll do it, Sharky.
It's like in the Darwin grass. Literally, it's a picture of the edge of the road, some dirt, some grass. And he goes, "That's Darwin grass." And gets it right.
Yeah, it hunts your ass down. It is a wild.
All right, nice.
Interesting.
I've seen him do it to the exact McDonald's. Someone was saying that they were like in a McDonald's lobby and they showed slightly outside the window and he found the exact McDonald's they were standing in.
I did that in New Mexico on accident, kind of. I was like, this McDonald's looks like it's in New Mexico. I'm correct.
I have seen Alien do that. On GeoGuessr, I know this McDonald's. All right. So, yeah, if you guys want to purchase, if you guys are looking to gather anything from inside of town, before you begin your few days hike, rations, trail food.
I'm gonna buy some like winter clothes, so I don't have to make checks.
You get the biggest, coziest sweater.
Yeah, big cozy sweater.
Is it really that cold out right now for you?
Yes. I come from a
What
place.
is the temperature?
I would say probably outside, given like how far north you guys are, and your like proximity to specifically this ocean. You're probably looking at like the high point of your day is probably like low 50s.
Oh, that's so warm.
For the Fahrenheit people. Sorry, EU. I was raised in America, and I'm not going to relearn metric. I'm sorry.
Adjust.
We only use freedom
It's a skill
units.
issue.
Yeah, I only know the freedom units. Sorry. Look, I was learning a decent chunk of metric for visual distance until I found out that you could switch Baldur's Gate to Imperial. And then it was immediately gone. I was like, damn, the game uses metric? Well, I guess I'll have to learn some metric. And then it was like, no, you can actually switch it. Oh, okay. Well, so much for that.
This is the warmest weather I've ever experienced.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I was watching that GeoGuessr shit, dude. I missed how warm it was.
50.
About 50 is your high.
I have 50.
Oh, that's like pretty normal.
Mid
on Carthus,
30s, like mid to low 30s for your low
You
today.
go from 50 to 30. Okay.
In the morning.
How do you go from 50 to 30? My guy, I went from 25 to 55 today in Colorado, and it's back to being... Let me dox myself here. It's 38 degrees outside today, right now. Like, you've never lived in the Midwest.
You're right, I haven't.
From below freezing to 70 in the same day. Love it.
Yeah.
I've went from a
Sounds
whole
like
ass
down here.
I've went from a whole ass blizzard to bright and sunny in the same goddamn day.
Listen, in fucking New England, weather really can't decide itself whether it's gonna wear fucking ice cold or if it's gonna wear goddamn hot. Can't decide. But today, 66 degree. Now,
That's nice.
47.
Yeah, but you guys also have the humidity. Cold, humid is different. That shit evil. Cold, humid is just it's pure evil. The air betrays you.
Technically, anything plus humid is
It sucks. Yeah.
Humidity on its own is
Humidity
terrible.
is the monster.
humid hot, evil version of hot. Humid cold, evil version of cold.
68% humidity here now, but only
Yikes.
23 degrees.
Yikes.
That really do be chaotic evil.
Alrighty, so, yeah, if you guys want to purchase any trail rations or any of that jazz, you can feel free. And I will go into the Roll20 and slide you guys over to our local map, which I've
Does not
done
carry
the
extra
proper scaling on this time, baby. Yo, Maji with the bits. Maji showing us his biddies.
I'm telling Eva.
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 You show me your booties.
I'm pretty sure Eva's in chat. She's usually hanging about. Alrighty. So, you guys are going to... He just wanted to have the only... Congrats on giving the first biddies. I appreciate it. And now I get to answer a question about biddies that I don't know. Does that go directly into my my bits wallet? Can I go donate those bits at another stream?
No.
I don't think so.
God damn it, that'd be so convenient though.
Yeah.
All right, so no snapping. You guys are looking at. You guys are all on the map, right? Some of you might have to refresh.
Days.
Yep.
Nexus.
So,
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
you even have it say days. Fancy.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do
I
that.
have the math broken down. You have to
Oh.
do it as a custom measurement.
Just want to call it 9 days.
Yeah, 9 days.
mm.
9 days on the road.
Little do you know, I went and picked up some extra health potions.
Okay.
For the inevitable turtle soup that somebody is trying to have.
What up?
Brutal.
I'm going to
I
buy.
also have some
more
health
rations.
potions that I picked up.
I did not buy any.
I believe most people got 10 days worth of rations from their initial starting kit.
Oh,
Yeah, but I
Anyone-
bought extra.
Anyone want my 10-day of rations? I don't need them.
What do you mean you don't need them?
I don't need them. Don't worry about it. I don't need them.
That's
oh my
interesting.
God,
So do we note that you do not eat the entire
I've been
time we're
drinking.
together?
She's definitely been drinking alcohol.
Follow-up
water.
question: does she feel it?
Well, okay, now is being drunk a disease?
No.
I think it's
That's
poison.
Being an alcoholic is a disease, though.
Alcohol is a
exactly.
You're not
poison.
immune to being
Poison.
poisoned.
That's insane. Okay.
Granted, also at this point, most of you are probably drinking like a wheat beer that probably has like
It's been watered down.
1% alcohol.
What
So-
is this?
You guys aren't
Just
really
enough to keep it
feeling it.
sober.
Yo, Maji with the sub. Thanks, Maji.
I have advantage on poison, so I
On the
also
club.
guess
Enjoy
we're
your
thinking-
crime bird.
What else do they have besides alcohol?
Water, pressed ciders, fermented and non-fermented. So apple juice, really.
Okay.
I'll take an apple juice.
They've got some pressed mayberry juice.
I was gonna say Shalone is going to create a bit of a ritual at the beginning of her day.
Coffee, tea.
Which is she'll offer everybody a nice pot of tea.
Mm.
She'll it'll be like a rotation, so it'll be whatever, we'll do it day by day. People's preferred tea.
I'm sorry, but
And-
you just became Uncle from Jackie Chan's Adventures for me.
That's great. Uncle Iroh. I'm channeling all of them dudes.
Why? It says
Oh.
Jackie Chan Adventure.
all
I think that was a comma.
yeah,
Uncle
exactly.
Or Iroh.
Or
Well,
Uncle or Iroh. Yeah, exactly.
as a-
Well, you said a ritual, and all I could think of was so before you said tea, I was like, he's over there going, "Mo guai 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 fi tea tao."
Happy town.
And then you're like, "Tea." I was like, even more. Like
even better. I will
and
She
the
was
way-
at a dead lizard as her spell focus.
A little bit that adds a little sousson. But for whatever type you like, she'll druid craft. She has seeds, so she'll druid craft a little bit of extra for that day. And if we do this at every morning, you get a benefit. It's part of my ability. Green gifts. As part of a short or long rest, you can prepare an herbal tea for up to 8 creatures. A creature that drinks this tea during this rest gains advantage on the next Constitution saving throw it makes before the end of its next long rest.
Ooh.
So, everybody, whenever you have to make a con save for the first time in a day, if you've participated in Shalone's morning tea time, then you get a advantage on that save.
Sure. Yeah, might as well.
he does. Nox asks you, "Do you know what this is?" And he pulls out a little root, and it's ground up a little bit, but there's still like a chunk of it. I like to put this in my coffee. It's a little. Well,
Is it
helps.
ginseng?
Can I roll
No,
nature on it?
It's chicory.
No.
We gotta do the flavor things. I'm drinking
Do
chicory.
I know?
coffee.
Do I know chicory, or do I have to roll nature?
Might not be native to where you're from.
I was like, I've got to do a Google check.
We're gonna pull the New Orleans out of this real hard.
Sure.
Yeah.
Not a lot of plants grow where I'm from, so I don't really have a favorite tea.
Dylan, yes,
Ooh,
chicory is
that-
native
oh.
to that region.
Beautiful. So I'll like before as you take it up, and I'm like,
Beautiful.
ooh, chicory. I can make this work for sure.
Mhm.
And then when you Nivea say that you don't have a favorite tea, Shalon's eyes light up and say, "Oh, then we can go on an adventure together of discovery."
I mean, I've tried a handful. We get like deliveries of dried leaves and whatnot, but
Oh, nothing. Certainly, I imagine you're from the north. I imagine, right?
orcs.
Then forgive me, but I imagine the quality of any leaves you do get is hampered
Not
by
good,
the
It's
not
probably
dishes.
like the processed
That's not
bricks.
Great.
It's whatever can survive up there.
Then you need an you've never had tea until Shalon's made you tea. Please, let's
Funny, yeah,
let us brew.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say that this stream is broadcasting live from under Ipa's bed. I forgot to mention that this week.
Well, there you go.
Continuing the bit of that's where I live now.
He showed me his biddies.
Yeah, Maji's shoving his biddies under the bed. It's pretty awful down here. Somebody
I feel like
sucks.
there's room enough. Are we all on our bellies then? Is that the lore, or are we tiny enough to fit underneath?
I don't know. Ipa, there's a whole party under your bed. I don't know.
Are there any herbs from Lunar? I doubt not. Maybe spice.
There might be,
Luna-
but probably
Luna
not
has a
anything
very-
that you're.
Luna has a very interesting palette because it's a very fertile soil, believe it or not. Some volcanic activity, but things die very quickly too because of
they sure
constant
do.
sky rocks.
You gotta go up.
So
You gotta go up, harvest the good soil, and come back down.
you have to get in there quick, and then
Your
a lot of
hydroponics is
cross
on
plants.
point.
Oh,
But I do have a couple of native variations. Like you can see if you can
Red
try that
spice
out.
tea.
There's a bit of a kick to it.
spice.
My town's
cinnamon-
more of a coffee
cinnamon
place.
tea. I feel like cinnamon would be a tea that you would enjoy.
That'd be good. Maybe a bit of peppermint in there. We'll start with that. I think and then one other thing is that I don't think it'll come up, but Shalone is going to be making little tea cakes too every day. And she's gonna give the tea cake to Ginar. Ginar, and
Yeah.
say,
It's the
if we
same
do,
name before.
if we do get into a fight, eat this.
But
Dylan, is that an action or free action or a bonus action? Does your
I
ability
mean,
say?
I feel like it should just be a bonus action to eat something. Object interaction, right?
I think object interaction qualifies depending on what it is as part of your movement, depending on what it is.
Yeah, I think so.
So I was like, I just wanted to know if your ability specifically said before I made the ruling.
Doesn't
on
say.
it. Okay. It just says when they consume the thing, it does X, Y, Z. Okay.
Mhm.
I'll treat it like a potion. It's like a small tea cake, right? It's not like he's sitting down for a full ass meal. So
Shove it in your mouth.
I will say that you probably, depending on what it is, if you're a caster, you're gonna have a hard time with verbals for that first turn while you're shoving a tea cake into your face.
That's why I'm giving it to the young dwarf with guns. But it's
Shove cake in
I
mouth,
mean,
shoot gun.
Yeah.
I call it.
Well, I mean,
Mhm.
if I'm hungry, sure, yes.
It's not. If you're hungry, I'll make you plenty of cake, whatever you want. Little scones, I can do that. We're on the road, so I'm a little limited. I have to make a little oven every day. But
Can you guys feel her judgment about, bitch, it's time to feed me, for those of you who are wondering, the pet channel? Feed me.
Nice. But in this in particular, I can only really do one of them a day, and I call it my scone of good fortune. And if you eat it, you'll be able to give a little bit of good fortune to yourself and some friends. Mechanically, it'll do the bless spell, and you concentrate on it, not me.
I see. Okay. He'll say like give it a sniff. That it just smell like a normal like fresh made cake.
I think it's imbued with magic, so it probably smells fucking great.
What flavor is your tea cake?
With the
Dylan?
magique.
This one, I think it's a think it's gonna be like a little bit pepperminty, a little bit of peppermint in there, a little mint. Nice palate.
The cold weather hit, and she immediately fell into the festive winter flavors.
I do appreciate the tea almost more so than normal because of how cold it is. But I'll
Being a cold-blooded reptile, no.
But I'll
give
have
you a
to
nod.
do. I'll have to do checks every day for that one. So let me know, God, when you want me to do that, because I have to succeed on that check before I can give that to him.
All right. So
The
yeah,
tea
we
just happens. That's a check.
Yeah. I'd say if it's what's the action economy on? Is it just like as an action you do that?
It takes an hour, so it's just something
Oh,
I'm
it takes an
doing
hour.
during my long
Okay.
rest.
Yeah.
every
So
day.
yeah, I'd say probably at the end of your long rest every day, you get up and make cake.
Yep.
Okay.
Little tea
Yeah.
cakes.
Then you can just make the check there.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, he'll give you a nod. Oh, thank you.
Oh no sweat. Happy to help.
Yeah, does the full gang want to get together and play Genshin?
Enjoy.
All right. So, you guys rest for the evening, share cake, share drinks, and have a lovely time. And the next day you set out for good old Mayberry. I am going to want some checks for people.
Hell yeah.
I didn't get a tea.
Sucks to suck.
What's your tea? What's your tea of choice?
Ain't nobody asked me.
Shalona asked. She asked the group. You said cinnamon, didn't you?
Yeah.
No, I said
I think
that
that
for
was for-
Sharky.
That's for
Oh.
Sharky.
You're an
I was
elderberry.
Technically, I think Lyric also didn't tell me a tea specifically either, but that's okay.
I didn't know it was for the
take-
group, but it's
take
peppermint.
time. Okay. I am writing this down.
Darjeeling.
Oh god,
Darjeeling.
of course it is.
I feel like Maddox needs some sleepy time.
Why did you
Some
say of course
chamomile
it
and
is?
some sleepy time is what Maddox needs. Is that what he's drinking? Nope.
Darjeeling.
Beautiful. And Nivius were on a journey of discovery.
The DM
to
likes a little bit of Earl Grey with lavender and some lemon. which is-
Lavender.
Just a warning,
Nice.
I am a coffee person, so you might never find one for me.
Oh, I'll find you. I'll find you.
And just turn them into it, and just make them some chicory and just call it coffee.
Shh.
Not coffee.
Don't reveal all my secrets immediately, Max.
Alrighty. So, over the next 9 days, unless of course you guys, that is calculated for moving at a standard pace. You guys can go a hex and a half if you go at a fast pace, but you lose the ability to do perception checks for the land around you. If you guys want to push it. Granted, remember you do have 3 people with short legs and an old lady. So
Yeah, I was gonna say who's carrying me if we're going at a fast pace.
Lyric, yeah, I don't do that.
I prefer to just,
We dwarves are natural sprinters.
You know, I think
Is there snow on the ground?
There is.
So I could
Not
go
a
into
lot,
my
but
shell
it is like
and somebody could pull me, and then you could sit on top of me, Lyric.
Granny with her head poking out, just sliding across the ground. Are you good up there, dearies?
I wax my shell a lot.
Care for some tea while you're on your ride.
Just coming out with a fucking teapot. Like, did you start a fire in there? What are you doing?
does the rope come off to do that?
That's magic.
Oh, damn.
the
All
fuck?
right.
I love it.
So, we are gonna need some overland travels. So, how would you guys like to do this? I've got a couple of options available. One, we can roll and resolve a day at a time. We can roll the whole cluster, and then we can stop if anything interesting occurs. Don't you come in here yelling at me.
Sorry.
Loving cats.
Yeah, she's like, my sister's usually going to bed by this time, and so she's like, this is when I get fed. You're supposed to go feed me.
I think Mothman's finally actually stopped yelling.
Nice.
You said we can either do it in clusters or a day, or each
Yeah,
day?
we can do it one day at a time. We can roll and resolve. We
see.
can roll all of them and do them based on that.
So let's do a day. You know, be interesting. But that's just me.
I'm good with any of the methods.
Was there a third option? Rule of 3 or no?
The rule of 3 is I roll and tell you if there's an encounter.
Okay.
Oh, so the boring one.
The third rule is I extrapolate and we go from there.
Is day by day just doing the batch? What's the difference? I'm confused by the
So one is
nothing's
rolling.
The difference. Do you roll them one at a time or do you roll them all? We're going to roll them all eventually.
Yeah.
But do we roll them all
okay.
right now?
Oh yeah, day by day, I guess.
Day by day, and that also lets you, if no encounters or anything occurs, that allows you guys to like spend the day talking on the road. Lets Maddox try and do math.
Quick math.
I have. I'll say. I'm gonna roll a die right now to see how long it takes before I get too nosy.
To resist, trying to read over his shoulder.
Oh, I absolutely try and read over his shoulder
Not
like
very
almost
long.
immediately,
Beautiful.
but I am also dumb and do not understand.
Man, look at all them numbers.
I respect your privacy despite knowing the content of the entire thing.
Beautiful.
To be fair, it is ciphered.
To be fair.
So,
I mean,
I don't know what other part you're reading, but like the
Yeah.
translated thing, I know.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you want,
there's a cipher at the bottom.
Gino's a kind of a smart guy. He might be able to help you.
How smart is smart?
15. Smart.
How smart is grandma?
That's smart.
I have an 18.
Oh, okay.
Granny got that book learning.
Damn, never mind.
Grand.
I never went to school. I just am a nosy gossip.
All right. Who wants to roll me the first D100 for the road?
I got this.
God, roll 20. You're freaking out on me. What the fuck? Just calm down.
On the road again.
Roll like a 47.
Oh, that's
What is
not.
it?
Yeah,
Rolling
Fudge
diff?
roll.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. It's fudge.
86 your ass.
Uh-oh.
A white dragon.
Could you not use the phrasing of my people, please?
Kyle's got more flashbacks.
Back to Knob.
I'm firing 6. I'm firing 6.
That awkward moment of I could really go
Where's
for some
my
gator
halibut?
Nox is back in fantasy Knob.
Chef, I need another order of demi-glaze.
Fuck you.
He says, sliding it across the bar to me. I need 12 vodka sodas. The disappointment.
No.
I need 3 lemon drops, please.
Let me get 3 Tito's and vodka.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
I want some vodka for my vodka.
What about the place you're standing in makes you think I'm carrying Tito's?
In before we actually do have Tito's.
It's-
Not me ordering a drink, they going, do you want Tito's for extra money? And I said yes, and then when they charged me extra money, I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Why did I agree to that?
No, I just fully forgot, like 30 seconds later.
All right. So as you all wander out into the wilderness, you pass by about 4 homesteading families. 3 generations of people. The group you pass is a caravan of about 12 halflings and 2 half-orc guards that are escorting the group, and that is the only major road traffic you see on your first day of travel. All right. He's there.
Do they seem friendly? Do they
Yeah.
seem concerned?
You can see that
Does the goblin want to eat?
it appears to be a
Wow.
Whoa!
Wow, this whole fantasy racism thing.
Race card. Whoa!
Starting
Whoa!
off quick with the fantasy racism.
Wasn't even the goblin part. It's the what's behind the goblin or what's within the goblin. Yeah.
What's inside of the
What are you talking about? What's inside of the goblin?
What's deep
Guts?
inside of the goblin? It's a hunger.
Deep
For
hunger.
halflings, that's racist.
For halfling hands.
The hands.
Who am I inside?
God damn! All right.
Listen. He's got a hunger for hands.
Only hands.
Why are you putting that on him? Why are you putting that on him?
Yeah.
It's like it's Maddox's own like head cannon for Nox.
Wow. Appear into a
Yo, it's
racist
Rassel.
Rassy's here.
I love Rassel.
I do love Rassy.
Beautiful.
So I was gonna say, what are we doing today? The peers were confronting Maddox's inherent racism that goblins eat other humanoids.
Well,
I mean, is it
It's always
Is it racism or just stereotypes?
It's a stereotype. Yeah.
Totally a stereotype. I don't think it's racist. Stereotype.
Oh my god. But it's homesteaders, right?
Yeah. So you've got seems to be about 3 families, 3 generations worth, grandparents to the current generation of children. All in all, you're looking at like probably 20, 25 total halflings and 2 half-orc guards on either end.
Okay.
You can hear an eclectic bundle of rustic string music, banjos, fiddles, 1 pipe jug. Someone's standing in the cart entertaining the children. You can see inside one of the things. While it is the country bumpkin, the classical, the deep mountaineering music of choice. They're doing a cover of Korn. They're playing Korn music. The children are mosh pitting in one of the covered wagons.
All right, now I gotta know which song.
Which chord song?
Let's just do "Coming Undone" because it's the first one that's coming to mind.
Great. Want to play that now?
Well, cool. That makes this kind of funny, but I tune up my hurdy-gurdy to play along with them as we pass by.
Hurdy-gurdy.
I'm gonna have to Google now because I'm like, the fuck is that?
It's like an old Sebastian instrument.
Fucking like.
It's in the pirate game.
It's my go-to instrument.
Gotcha. Okay, I now know what this is.
You don't know? You didn't know what a hurdy-gurdy was?
No, what the? Why would I know this?
Uncultured swine.
My bad. I spent my evening making a cipher. I'm sorry.
Yeah, how fucking dare you? How
Yeah,
dare you
geez,
enhance my
working
RP
on
experience?
Ciphers? God, I would never.
Right. I'm sorry, Sky. I sacrificed your RP experience by not knowing what that musical instrument was and instead to make someone else a cipher. My apologies.
No, I don't care. Happy to be the person who introduces you to the hurdy-gurdy.
I'll take you to get a coffee when I'm visiting here.
Yeah, that's a very. I don't think Nox has seen one of those in months.
In months.
Just, yeah. It's also French Cajun. Love it. We like that instrument. It's great.
Now I gotta look up a YouTube video to see if someone's playing Korn on this thing.
I'm
No.
sure.
Sure, there.
No.
I've said that before about about niche musical instruments and playing songs. If someone in the Twitch chat or one of the players wants to find that, but that is the children are moshing. The half-orcs look concerned.
There's Slipknot.
Yeah,
There's Slipknot. Oh, okay.
Linkin
Well,
Park.
maybe they put in
hey,
some
there's
Slipknot.
Thunderstruck.
Is it really? minute.
All right, I
There's
feel like I might be able to play that without getting a DMCA.
System of a Down.
Yeah, the
Man,
toxicity
they really
system of
just
the
have
down.
fucking
Slipknot, I
everything
guess.
besides corn.
They got fucking Rams.
I just said corn music because they're homesteaders. Nothing says
All right,
nothing
so-
says listens to corn like being a homesteader in the 13th century, you know?
Real quick,
My question
Sky.
for
Hold
all
on.
these covers is like, if you went back into the 1700s and started doing like toxicity on hurdy-gurdy, would people lose their fucking minds, or would they all be like, "That's trash"? What are you doing?
I
honestly,
gotta
it's
find
trash, to
out.
be
Let's
honest
see.
with So real quick, Sky, if you're ever in trouble, just start playing that. See, I'm not there. Just start playing that.
Top 5 Slipknot riffs on a hurdy-gurdy. All right, well, I think I could probably play this without getting DMCA. Let's find out.
Mothman likes the hurdy-gurdy. Big fan.
This goes hard as fuck.
Today you learned.
Wow.
All right, that goes pretty hard. All right, I'm gonna link the video in the Twitch chat so other people could go and further experience that. And I'll put the link in the description for the YouTube video. Shoutouts to the deadpan delivery of this girl's face, though. Like, it's wild. All right, well,
You should listen to this when you get a chance.
is it the Thunderstruck one?
No, it's not.
God, that's a lot of words I don't recognize. Anyway. Man, that's a lot of words. Too bad I ain't reading them. Alrighty. So that is what you come across. So you guys have a nice little brief exchange with this group as you pass musically along the road, down along the road. Lyric, you can have, you can take inspiration for
that.
without missing a beat.
And the hurdy.
Beautiful.
Putting the hurdy in the mosh pit for those kids.
I think.
Add
do you
that to
think
the
that
D&D
sounds-
phrase area of put the hurdy in the mosh pit for the kids.
Do you think that type of music would my friend would be interested in? Would my friend want to come out for that particular music?
Yeah, I do believe so. I believe that hearing the corn down the road, you all watch as a tiny roadrunner emerges from somewhere in Shalon's clothing.
What the
It
fuck
pulls
is
out.
that?
It's got like a spiked red mohawk and a tiny little leather vest, and it's wearing a tiny black dare shirt. It's covered in little.
Wonderful.
It's covered in little tiny patches. Shalon, what was the name of your boating crew when you were younger?
Fuck me.
I feel like that's where he got the jacket.
That's fair. That's fair.
So, what does it say across the back of this little like sleeveless little like punk jacket with the studs?
The Sinister Sisters of Shingra.
No, yo, that hits hard, dude.
So you see this like little tiny punk roadrunner pop his head out and just go tearing off down the road as soon as he hears corn in the distance. And you find him sitting on the cart as it approaches you guys, just fucking going ham, wing in the air, thrashing his hair about.
Oh, I'm glad Zephyr could enjoy that. He has been affected a little bit more by the cold than I have, so it's good to see him moving about.
The hell is that little monster?
Monster? That's Zephyr, not a monster. A bird. A roadrunner, specifically. Have we never seen a roadrunner before?
Probably not.
Maybe in passing.
No,
Probably
I
not,
don't.
though.
Maybe in passing. Yeah.
Meep meep.
All the birds I'm familiar with are much more heavily feathered.
That is true.
Downy.
I can't believe you You just brought Roadrunner into this fucking game.
Oh, you think that's right? Zephyr, you should introduce yourself.
Oh, don't
Comes out to the
Uh-huh.
front, and he gives a kind of looks at you, kind of flips his hair aside. So, I'm Zephyr. I'm all of Auntie Shalom's cool factor, you know?
Oh god, I hate it.
Oh, hey, dude.
Just encouraging you to live life to its fullest extent.
Is this one of those creatures that if you kills it, it comes back or not?
I don't know. He hasn't died ever. I wouldn't want him to die. Oof.
Sensing a lot of hostility,
Yeah.
God, I like
Which
the way
is-
you...
pretty righteous. As long as we aim it at the establishment, you know?
Rock on, little man.
Thank you.
Down with the man.
You
I'm
watch.
sorry, did that-
You watch as it articulates its wings, gives you the horns. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, that'll...
It's got a tiny little anarchy patch. It's got a little tiefling skull on it,
Beautiful.
which is a deep cut reference for only some of you.
God damn it.
I can't believe you've
she's-
done this.
I love
What?
it.
Done what? This is my familiar,
It's-
Zephyr. I don't understand the nature of the relationship either, but when I came into my powers, there he was. I had healed him from a broken leg, but he was a bit of a...
Leg works
I'd
real
say
good.
no.
I can rock the kick drum now. Listen, he starts fucking just on the ground, like he finds like a small rock and starts beating out a drum beat on it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lyric, were you looking for a bandmate? Zephyr's been talking about making a band for a long time, and I have no proficiency in that capacity.
Yo, you guys want to start a band?
Well.
Shalom looks to you, Lyric, like very expectantly, like.
It is much easier to create complex music with more than one person, so
Look, you get me a tiny little drum kit and I will blow you away.
I'm gonna have to put that in the shopping list.
We found our next mission.
Can anybody else play a musical instrument, or is this going to be a Simon and Garfunkel kind of thing?
well, you don't have to play an instrument to make music. You could sing.
I could probably scream
No.
or something.
I could scream.
You know, just saying, it'd be great for the face of the band. He fucking shows his like beard, fucking
You know, you're
fiery
not-
and shit.
You're not the first dwarf that I've come across who screams
Beautiful.
for music.
Glad you elaborated.
Well, for music.
All right.
Sweet.
Well, I can't wait to see that act.
Wait,
Lyric playing- playing-
You see Maddox raise his hand. He goes, "Is music your brother?"
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Why
Knox
would you?
just
If
shakes
it
his
was,
fucking
if it was
hand.
his brother, why would he have witnessed it?
Go back to your book.
Well, he is a bard. You never know what he's into.
I mean, just frankly, the artistic performance of a master of the hurdy-gurdy, Roadrunner playing drums, and then a dwarf screaming.
dwarf.
I feel like that would definitely be an act people would talk about.
Sweet.
All right, bucket list.
We could definitely
Wonderful.
make it work. I've seen Stranger.
All right.
You've seen Stranger Things?
I
Do
have
they-
indeed seen many Stranger Things.
Just as a fun
Wink to
question.
camera.
Over obvious reference wink.
These, yeah, right. Uh-huh. These people look like they're struggling in any way? Are they like
Well, they are
does the
currently
car look that rough?
they are currently leaving their home with all of the things that they currently possess. Their journey is just about done, so they're kind of at the currently about the end of their journey. So they look a bit road weary.
but not like they're fleeing from something I mean, I got a 20 passive. I'm hoping you'll give me something, or I'll roll for it. I don't give a damn. You tell me, God.
Kyle's like, look at my passive.
Yeah, I'm
Listen, DM,
I'm
I
pulling
see
the
it.
exact
No.
same,
I'll
same
ask
thing
you to-
that Tyler did.
I'll roll an insight. How about that? It's more of like,
Let's do it.
Yeah,
I got it.
let's roll it.
God.
Roll some perceptions.
You
let's go.
guys just gonna insight off the entire camp?
I'll have Zephyr, who's rocking around with them, help me out.
Yeah. Mhm.
Christmas tree.
God, we're gonna be the
We're a
same
part of
person by the end of this campaign.
We're a part of the same band now. I told you.
Well, since your name is Nox, and then that dramatic AF thing, and I'm just Shimon, I doubt it.
So they look. I mean, right? Your question was, are they like suffering? They're a little
Are
downtrodden.
these like some people who know who are coming from where we're going, basically?
Yes. Yeah, if you're wanting to flag them down and chat with them, yeah, they probably know why they're leaving and what's going on. Yeah.
Now, cool. Does Turtle Grandma recognize anything that I
I
don't?
think Turtle Grandma sees that they're leaving. They're downtrodden. I don't know how much more information we could get from
Right.
them.
I mean, right.
And
They've
rehashing their
they're
pain would be more
homesteaders. They're
traumatic.
homesteaders that have like they set up shop in Mayberry to like be like a farming
Yeah.
community, and they've had to pack that up and leave because shit's getting spooky and weird.
Mhm.
So they're downtrodden in that fact. Are they? They're well off enough that they don't look.
Can move. They can leave.
Yeah, they're well off enough that they can leave. They look like they're probably like more on the wealthy end as peasants go, right? They've hired guards for the road. They don't seem to be right, they're not wearing like tons of finery, but they're like, they can fit all of their kids in one wagon. Of the 20 of them, they need only about 2. They need about 2 wagons for the squad.
Okay.
So
I think
it's like-
Shalom will kind of, if we're walking along, she'll kind of look over to Nox and say,
Well, looks like the rumor has weight. This group is capable of moving, so they seem to be thinking it worth doing. Imagine that whatever Mayberry faces is a true problem rather than just maybe mere rumor. So there's a certainty in that now.
So it seems. Well, at least we're not wasting our time.
Well, we all had to go this way anyway, so time not wasted in that endeavor. As to inquiring about the nature, I wonder how much useful information we could get if they have decided to leave and haven't sticked around to see what's happened. I wouldn't want to
Zephyr,
rehash the
Zephyr
trauma.
makes his way back over to you, Shalom.
You've
You
made
gotta
you've made fast friends.
He kind of pecks at your leg a little bit. He's like, "Hey, yo, auntie, can I get some of that bird seed?"
I think about how much bird seed Zephyr's had so far today.
What's his weight?
Zephyr is a road runner, so it's like
Is he
20
looking
pounds,
at
maybe.
a healthy
Yeah.
weight, or is
Oh,
Shalom
yeah.
one of those pet owners?
No.
Okay.
This is a partnership.
He's
So
like,
that's why she's
he's like,
eyeing him.
I'm all hungry. I've been looking around, but I think it's a little too cold for snake hunting.
That is fair. I don't know if there might be any snakes nearby. All right. Make sure you do a couple good laps around though. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Don't mom me. Please.
I'll give him a little. It's bird seed, but it's really like it's got to be meat based because roadrunners eat like insects and like
These like
snakes.
crickets and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like probably like some smoked sausage that I've just chopped up. There's probably like a little bit of seed in there too for some fiber.
Here you go.
Maybe if we come across some
Would you
field
like
mice or something.
Knox, would you like to Would you like to? I offer like the little baggie.
I'm sorry, what?
Do you want to? It's fun watching him peck. He's very fast.
He kind of looks at you, and it's a very like questioning, but also no. I'm a very serious business goblin. It's kind of like what the face says.
There you go. Adding that to the quotes.
I'm a very serious.
I'm a very
business guy.
Very
I don't have
serious
time to be
business
a
goblin.
man.
You watch as Shalone adopts a very serious tone and nods knowingly. Like,
Let me do it. Let me do it. Let me do it. Let me do it.
Oh, Ginar, would you be at the end? I need a little bit of help.
Yeah, I got you.
Shall Ginar help out?
Hell yeah.
All right.
Day one.
That will do for day one. You guys have the rest of that 8 hours of travel time to do as
8
you
more
please.
days to go.
Yep. As a time check for the hour of the day, for us, the players, because I know it's like almost 11 o'clock for our East Coasters. Y'all good to?
You can get to Mayberry, probably,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, barring any major
just-
encounters on the road.
Yeah, let's get to Mayberry. That's what
And then we'll
feels
just
right.
Stop there. Yeah, if we have a bad encounter.
But I am getting hangry.
We'll bail.
Here, so.
Well, probably about 15 more minutes, Sharky.
That's fine. No,
Right.
that's completely okay.
Great.
All right. So, day 2, roll me a D100, somebody.
I got you.
Somebody. Oh, fast hands.
Gotcha. Yep, faster than the West. 78.
78. Reverse it. One more than last.
Similar to the day prior, the only thing you encounter is 2 more batches of homesteaders making their way down. This one appears to be a family of 5. They look like quarry workers. You're looking at like lots of like permanently like discolored skin from mining up dark gray stone. A family of large half-orc and Goliath with a handful of humans.
What is that? Drib.
That's
Sounds like
the
being
quarry
left in
workers.
Mayberry.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Someone like mining something in the back there?
That's the cat smashing his head. As the people go by.
Obviously.
No, it's actually the dog playing with like the little springy thing on the door.
Just play with the play with the doorstop.
That's really cute.
Excellent,
Yeah.
love it.
That's because it plays
What
back.
that was, I
It
was like,
springs right
huh.
back.
My cat is being so stupid. He's again making biscuits, but now he's got both of his hind legs up in the air. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Hi, buddy.
Mothman is chasing Luna.
Nice. Round and round, each way they go. Well,
I think
they'll
she's
stop.
gotten away. He's in here now. I don't know where she went.
You see, the only thing of note about these ones is 2 of them are in the back of the cart rolling dice, and the ones outside are carrying various tools of trade. A couple of pickaxes, some shovels, large like stone cutter. Just kind of making their way down.
Making their way.
Making my way.
You would assume that they are. Y'all can give me a raw intelligence check, unless you're proficient in history. Then you can give me a history.
Fuck off.
History?
History.
What's me with rolling numbers so
Wow.
close to each other? Ooh, no.
Ginar doesn't know history.
Oh no!
Ginar, I'm not from this continent.
You said in
Star
history,
History, if you're proficient in history.
intelligent.
Intelligence
Even
raw.
if you're not proficient in history, it'll just be an
I
intelligence
love,
check anyway.
I love
Yeah,
how you were
okay.
just like, give me an intelligence check to the non-intelligent group.
Well, no,
What are you talking about? We've
Very
thoroughly
smart.
discussed that at least 2 of you have a positive intelligence score.
I'm
Listen.
unnecessarily smart.
Smart,
Oh,
too
well.
smart for you.
Yeah, Seedrift, you're complaining with a fucking nat
Talking
20.
complete shit and then
Nat
rolling
20.
crits.
Man.
Stupid people got the highest.
Roll crits, get hit. Fuck.
For a second, I
Oh,
accidentally GM rolled, but it's
man.
only an 11.
I got a 17. crazy.
Yeah, but you're -1 + 1.
Jack of all trades, yeah.
Bard, because he's not proficient, so he gets to add Jack of all trades to
Wild.
it. Yeah, everybody that got over a 10, so everybody but Gidar, is aware that this road also leads to Stone's Vigil, and Stone's Vigil is a major quarry town. Lots of mines and quarries in that area.
Okay.
And so these guys are probably leaving from there versus Mayberry.
Gotcha. Unless like leaving because of bad things, more of just like they're on a job, like their normal job.
If you wanted to ask, they aren't hauling any equipment. It's just the 5 people.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll look.
If you want to waylay and ask.
Weary travelers.
Yeah.
Greetings, weary travelers.
Excuse me, gentlemen.
One of them kind of like stops and he takes his hat off. Yes, miss. What can I do for you?
Oh, very kind.
Oh my.
Shalom kind of bow and say, simple travelers we are heading to Mayberry. Gentleman figure of the area, Sal, the innkeep, you know of him? Mentioned some trouble.
I'm aware of Sal, yeah.
He mentioned some trouble down in Mayberry, missing people and the sort. We've seen some homesteaders.
There's a question.
In the last
Who is
few
outwardly
days.
carrying weapons?
I have so many weapons.
Like on my back?
Yeah.
Simple travelers. He just clocks that half of you are armed to the fucking
I've got
teeth.
a shield,
Fucking
armor,
guns,
heavy
back to
armor.
my bag, fucking 2 in the holsters.
a shield, a warhammer, a war pick, daggers, hand axes, heavy crossbow, and a
Nivius is
greatsword.
fucking half of the squad is just strapped to
I got a hurdy-gurdy.
A revolver, a blunderbuss.
I mean, if you don't know what
a
it is,
pistol, a
you might-
flintlock.
Yeah, you're probably like, I don't know the fuck that is, but like,
And Maddox is in heavy armor.
Maddox is
right?
in
Like,
fucking heavy
I'm in
armor.
heavy
I'm in heavy
armor
armor
with-
too.
Yeah,
I'm in heavy armor with a shield and a spear.
Shalom's just like, we're just
Shalom
weary
says that,
simple
and
travelers.
Then
He's just like,
sees his expression. She
he just kind of like
turns,
side
looks at
clocks the
group,
squad.
and she's like,
Oh, sorry. We're
It's
a band of
bug freezing from
adventurers.
slightly.
He's like, that more checks out. Granted, like you can see that like on them, like he's carrying like he's carrying a gun himself, just like a pistol, like on his on a holster on his hip, and you can see like a couple of weapons in like the cart next to the people just chilling. Like they're supposed to be like guarding, so they're not like unarmed, but they aren't like you guys are clearly like, oh shit, we're weary travelers. Uh-huh.
We're
All
the
right.
heroes of the land.
Sure.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
Simple travelers, yes, but no, we are an adventuring band.
Dangerous
That's, I guess
times.
we are.
No judgments here. Just interesting choices of words.
You haven't
Yes.
had any. You haven't had any disappearances up at the core at Stone's Vigil, have you?
Oh, yes. We've had a couple of issues around the vigil that have caused us to consider life more on the seas for safety.
So workmen have also disappeared, or figures of note within Stone's Vigil? I understand a mayor, a banker.
The town sheriff died in a rock slide kind of recently, about 2 months back. Mayor hasn't gone missing, but a couple of folks have wandered off into the hills. We've heard some million about in the quarry talk, and one of them just kind of like, one of the guys over by the cart just kind of looks at him and just starts shaking his head like, give it like the nah look, which Nox and Shalom both easily clock with their passive perceptions. And one of the guys is just like don't bring it up, dog. Like, don't go into it. Like,
Well, if you're leaving for the high seas, I do have a friend that might have a the Seven Silk Trading Company is always in need of sailors, And if you have ever, well, frankly, if you've worked in a quarry all your life, you might need a little bit extra help to get a job on a boat. If you might tell us that information, I'm glad to aid you on your next leg of your life. New starts are something I'm very familiar with. I'd be glad to aid you in that way.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Can I assist?
How would you like to assist?
Maddox.
The crowd.
When we found him, he used to work at the quarries too. Now look at him.
Incredible.
Hair flowing in the wind, definitely conditions. Look at the volume.
The electricity is just kind of like surging on the exterior of his body, making his hair kind of just like be at more like spiky, I guess, more intent.
Nice. Right.
Beautiful.
How are you lending your assistance, Maddox?
I only roll to the numbers. A 12.
Okay.
What the fuck is going on with that? Holy
I don't know,
shit.
dude.
Right, Dylan's like on a thing. Dylan, toggle the thing off to see
his
if
other one, he rolled a 22 and a 23.
Yeah,
earlier.
very different. Those
rolled
numbers
two
are different.
15s on the intelligence check. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't toggle that off and toggle it back on again for next time, I guess. I don't know. Turn it back on and off again. He kind of looks at you, looks at your squad, and he's like,
bad.
Grok, I don't think they need to be too worried about it. He just kind of looks over all of you. He's like, look, the hills around here, the Barrens and the Waking Hills have a reputation. The rocks, they're alive. That's not a secret. As people tell you to keep an eye on large mounds of rock. If you see them moving, get away. The elementals, rogue, they just exist. So that's something that can happen around here. But lately, people have been wandering off into the hills, and some of the people living on the outskirts have been saying they hear music late at night.
Me too.
Well, I guess if you hear a song enticing you, do your due diligence. We're getting the heck out of Dodge. Your friend's name, please.
Of course. Thank you for that information. Yes, if you look, once you go to Luridian, find a man by the name of Kelvin Bronze-Kettle at the Seven Silk Trading Company. Oh, did you hear that?
That's me writing. Sorry. I like that writing down the name Bronze Kettle. I spelled it like Brawn. Apostrophe S Kettle. And I'm like, that's definitely not what he said, but sure.
It's kind of how I spell your NPC name, so it's give and take. Fair is fair.
Does Shalom just start like getting used to the fact that thunder is just gonna happen every time he says Maddox's name and strike a pose? She's like,
Oh yeah, you gotta make use of that.
You're doing that. I do recognize the spell, and you're not getting away with it.
What spell?
I also have thaumaturgy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Would you like to add to the chorus? You guys are just sort of walking around with the goddamn Halo soundtrack playing in the background.
So that's my.
Gotta add it to his playlist.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, thank you, dearies, and I hope you have a safe
We
journey ahead
need
of
a
you.
group playlist that you guys can all add. That's songs for the whole group.
There you
Put the
go.
Halo intro on there now. Jeez.
Beautiful. All right.
All right.
Thank you for that information, and safe journey to you.
Considering the direction you're walking, safe journey to you, ma'am. Though I think You'll all be fine. He just kind of fucking hustles back over to the group.
Strange music.
Hmm.
Strange. Did you, Divius? You mentioned that your father had traveled through these parts. Yes.
Yes.
Any such
Let me-
mention?
No. So, he said he has traveled to these parts. He told me a story once about there was some vengeful hag of Mayberry, that was cursing and blighting the lands, and when he hunted her down, she turned him into a pig, and as a pig, he defeated her once and for all.
Impressive.
Whether or not that story holds anyway, I'd like to find
Very
out
on
more.
brand Guitar inspiration.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's your whole thing. You believe the stories that you hear, and you're like, impressive, glorious.
That's it.
Guitar
Wonderful.
not immune to the propaganda.
No.
That's sweet.
A hag of Mayberry. That's concerning. I know that there are. I've never yet met another witch. I do know that there is one in this region, but
Maybe it's her.
no, she wouldn't. No.
Shalon, you feel a very big sense of unease with the witch of the region, as maybe it's her for petty pig turnings.
Oh, I'm not talking. Yeah, I'm talking about the witch I know is
you're not talking about that one. You're not talking about. You're not talking about the big one. Oh, okay.
No, I'm talking about Auntie Ophidian, who much further west and northwest than Mayberry. But
Got you. We're not talking about the same witch.
no, I don't talk about her. I don't want you to even know I exist.
All right, give me 1 sec. The dog is freaking out. I have to check him out to pee. It'll take me a minute or two. I'll be right back.
No, you're good.
All right.
But a witch turned to evil purposes could be very dangerous. And
Again, this could mean it could be absolutely nonsense.
When
there is a
did-
kernel of truth in it.
When did he
don't-
say this happened to him?
Maybe some 30 years ago? 30, 35 years?
It
Have you
is
heard?
a little similar to a theater show I know. But I don't know how old the show is. He might
your
be the inspiration for it,
Interesting.
for all I know.
I'd love to hear it sometime.
Would your father be the sort to inspire play if his deeds were questioned?
Absolutely. Again, the legitimacy, though, is... I believed them when I was a child, let's put it that way.
Well, if it turned him into a pig, I mean, pigs can eat their own farmers, apparently, so...
That is one of the
According
rumors.
to him, he had sword in mouth of the pig, slew her.
Whoa.
That'd be something to see. I mean, druids to some extent maintain some aspect of themselves when they turn into beasts.
Most certainly not a truth.
I'm not going to say it's impossible, because honestly, I would like to believe that it's true.
Of some of the stories that he's told me, that is a good one.
Ha 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 ha! I have returned.
I'm inclined to just believe it because I know, not yet, but eventually I could turn somebody into a pig.
But could they then pick up a sword in their mouth and kill
Well, that just means that we can try it out later.
Mm.
You can
Alright,
turn
you turn me
Nivius into a
into a
pig, and then see if she can kick ass.
Oh, I thought you were going to say kill me, because I think as a pig, Nivius could still kill me.
It looks like a stiff breeze could probably kick Shalon.
Yeah, that's more about, I don't think I could beat a pig in a fight. I think a boar would end my ass.
It's good that we're traveling as a group then, because I'd hate for you to be part of that pig.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see a pig try to take me out. Bang bang.
Oh, no, you could kill the king of pigs, I imagine.
DNR starts doing the revolver ocelot thing. I'd like to see pig trap.
I think the strongest pig ever made would die to you.
Oh my, will they?
Let's test your theory with our surprise guest, Ilhard the
Giant
Raise Boar.
Oh shit.
What's the biggest
Is he
boar in
also on-
D&D?
Dylan, I think
Also
it's a
player?
CR9 pig god.
What?
Ravnica is wild, you guys. Ravnica is
King of
wild.
pigs. Not the god of pigs. They said the
There's a were-boar. That's pretty nasty.
There's like a demon that's pig-esque.
Ah,
We're talking
He
just.
inflicted a giant with like.
why don't you
the
throw a giant
wereboar.
pig on there? Oh, a giant were-boar.
Now Feshni.
Oh shit.
Yeah, those things.
A giant boar is nasty.
There's the one from the
Now Feshni's are CR.
Ice Crown. Not Ice Crown. That's definitely there's probably pigs in Ice Crown, but not
I
what
was
I'm
at a
thinking.
Pathfinder game and a pig almost killed us. It was a nasty motherfucker. Yeah, giant boar would take me out. It's got 42 hit points.
I mean, technically, like Shalon was saying, a level 20 druid in pig form.
Which is end people, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
don't think we can
cast
handle that
earthquake.
right now. That's one pig that I don't think any of us are taking out right now.
Mm.
Alrighty. So, yeah, you guys get a warning about the living
The
elementals.
rocks are
of-
alive.
The rocks are alive and
The-
music's taking people.
the hills are
attention.
alive, and there is to beware of the sound of music. Yes.
See,
Hills
I was
have
going to
eyes?
ask if the hills have eyes, but then he
Yeah.
literally said they're alive, and I was like,
Damn.
Beautiful.
They do sometimes have eyes, and they are definitely alive.
All right.
All right. So, because you hit encounters on the first 2 days, your next 2 days are encounter free, just for the density of travelers on the road.
Gotcha.
Not to say that you can't get jumped by some wild animals, but
Mm-hmm.
Like a pig with a sword in its mouth.
oh my god.
Terrifying.
My dad.
You're my dad.
Papa!
Shoot, it's Nivius's dad.
You
Oh,
are my
shit.
dad. You're my dad. Boogie
We'll just
woogie.
run.
Woogie, woogie, woogie.
We'll just run. You just gotta be faster than the others, right?
I don't. Yeah. How fast is a boar? Probably pretty fucking fast.
All right.
Probably
Who wants to
faster than
give
a
me?
dwarf.
Who wants to give me a roll?
94.
You're getting
Ooh,
there.
Didn't even say nothing. All right.
Ooh.
Hand on the trigger.
All right. So, your morning of your third day is
This would be the 5th day because we skipped 2.
you didn't encounter any people on the road. I still want rolls because you could get jumped.
Oh, okay.
So your third day is met with a light last snow of the season, as light flurries fall from the sky and a beautiful large clusters of snow. That is your day. It is cold
Wonderful day.
and it is snowing.
Fantastic weather.
Ugh,
You'd hate Lunar.
can't play music in this weather.
Why not? What's
I
stopping
think-
you?
My instrument is delicate.
Hmm.
So I guess I'll have to switch. I pull out a flute.
Let's go.
Hit him with the flute solo.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Where were you hiding that?
It's the jazz flute, right?
They're
In the
not
same
that
place.
big.
In the
Well,
sleeve.
it's in 3 parts because I play
Mm.
the flute for real. So like,
Mm.
it is
Compactable.
very small and compactable. Yeah. In my pack.
yeah.
Did you want me to make a joke about how I pulled it out of my butt?
No, 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 no. I'm good.
That's what he's trying to ask
Mm.
for.
Is that the type of humor that they have in Karthus? Is
No.
that elf humor?
The scholars have just great humor, let me tell you.
Elf humor's all David Blaine like fart jokes.
And God, I shit their pants. No, I'm kidding.
It's all fart jokes.
It's all fart jokes.
You know, you're gonna have to help me with your hair regimen. Like that's crazy. Look at that. Scratches his beard.
So the day is your guys' to determine what you do with it. Lyric appears to be playing the flute.
The butt flute.
The left flute, not a right-handed flute. No, you gotta go.
Is the snow? Are we like, able to travel, or are we gonna have to like?
No, it's not
hold up
like
for a day?
not like an intense blizzard. Like you're looking at like a light snowfall. Like it is
Okay.
flurries. It's more like picturesque. It doesn't seem to be sticking for the most part. So
That's beautiful.
nothing so
Yes.
heavy as to slow your movement.
Damn.
Stay warm in my new warm clothes that I bought.
Still coatless.
Fucking eat.
Is that just the nature of where you are from, or does that have to do with the fact that you haven't eaten anything in 5 days, Nivius?
I think it's more the tiefling bit.
Which I think I've met a few tieflings, and a lot of them have eaten.
I just don't have much of an appetite.
It's got narrow horizon.
There's one that's
There's not, yeah, that's right. There's not having an appetite, and then there's what you would be now, starving, if you needed to eat.
If I get hungry, I will let you know.
When was the last time you were hungry?
A couple months ago, maybe?
All right.
Man, you must save so much on rations.
I do, actually. It's quite convenient.
Do you, though? Because, well, never mind.
It adds up.
Shalon like looks at the amount of booze you're drinking.
That's her real secret to say more.
Like,
Nivius has been sauced this whole time.
Yeah, I
No,
was like,
it's not laughs. She's not constantly wine drunk.
nice.
Recontextualizing a lot of that campaign.
Lath always had wine bottles in his inventory.
Anytime he misfired, it was just like, oof.
Well,
Get the spins.
that's the end of my turn. Thump. He just starts pounding and drinking.
God. That's so funny.
All right. Who wants to give me the next 2 checks?
I'm on it.
I'm on it.
Get down on it.
The meaning of life.
Down on it.
You said 2 checks or 1?
2.
I'll do
Alright.
one. Someone else can do the other.
While I'm describing, we can get the next ones rolling, and we can just continue it into the wave.
Hell yeah.
Your next 2 days, according to my little chart here, are mostly uneventful.
Ooh, what's
As
that?
you, these are days 4. Days 4 and 5.
Mm-hmm. Get down on it.
Get down on it.
See the pathway here, bonk.
Is Maddox still staring at his book?
No.
He's solidly given up on figuring out what his mom was saying.
No.
We have passed the arbitrary die I rolled, so I am gonna bug him the next day.
The arbitrary die that I rolled.
Dylan rolled to see how long before Shalon would start getting nosy and bugging you about the book.
How long were you intensely into your journal?
Long enough for me to physically get a headache looking at it. Like
Is
real
that-
me get a headache. Like,
So Maddox looked at for an
Is
hour and a
that like
half.
2 minutes, 3 days? Like,
Maddox has been
like
staring at it in
an
real
hour.
time for 2.5 hours, going, "The fuck is this?"
Beautiful.
Your next 2 days are pretty uneventful along the road here. As you pass by the Waking Hills, you pass by the not well-worn road, but almost like a frontage trail. Like this, like what you guys are walking on it's not like a paved road, but you can see like road markers. Like the ground here has been flattened. Someone came by, did work connecting Mayberry to Loredon. There's bits of stone wall that go along the trail. The path is like smoothed for carts. While it might not be like the best construction, but it has some parts have like paving where it starts getting a little like rickety and like things start becoming a little too wild. They've installed things to prevent like overgrowth out into the wilds portions. But you do see like a frontage trail where like a wall has been broken and there's very clearly like a fork in the road from people walking, but it is not a lot of like cut for cart travel. And you eventually on your 6th day is when you pass that cutoff off towards Stone's Vigil, up into the Waking Hills as you follow along with the Jagged Barrens, and you have 3 days remaining. But Shalon, would you want to bother Maddox over the next few days about his book of secrets? Feel free.
Do I? Yeah, no, I do. Yeah, Shalon will come
over tea in the morning, just like
over tea in the morning,
pondering.
So she'll say, I think, I've noticed, Maddox, last day or two, you haven't looked much at the journal. Were you able to learn much from what Nivius was able to translate?
It's quite obvious that it seems like the ramblings of just like parents, but it's quite obvious that there's something behind it. I just am not sure what. I know that there's something there, but I can't seem to figure it out for the life of me.
Well, we are. I wouldn't call those pirates that we met life-threatening, but if we are to venture to Mayberry where there are these disappearances, I imagine that we might have to face something dangerous. If you're willing to do that with me, in some cases, this next part might be even a bigger ask in terms of trust. It's one thing to trust somebody with their life, but, well, would you... I'm offering my aid if you'd have it, I suppose. I'm not a trained wizard or sorcerer, but I have my way with puzzles, I think. I might be able to figure something out.
Maddox would sit there and ponder for a moment. When did you get here?
Well, I mean, I've seen that they're
been here this whole trip, man. I don't know what you on about.
I will say that Lyric is absolutely close enough to hear all of this.
I mean, we're having tea time right now. What the fuck? We can all hear you.
Your voice really does carry.
I didn't say anything.
No, the portal.
Wow.
Maddox just kind of looks around and goes, maybe at a different time.
Understood. Whenever you feel you're ready, Maddox.
We need a soundbite of fucking Thunder Man. Just soundboard.
Fucking fuck. Shit. So Maddox was about to take this journal out and present it to Shalon, but upon noticing that there are many prying eyes and ears,
we're all sitting here on the road,
sipping tea together.
Not an inn with
sip tea in like 2 groups or by yourself. It's weird. You get in a little circle and you sip tea together.
Yes, the
Hey,
tea
Shalon's
sipping
busting
should
out
be
the nice
communal.
teacups. Like, jeez.
Turtle shell.
Oh my god, that's dark. That's dark.
And morbid.
I'm not a turtle.
But you are though.
What? Are you a goat?
Hey.
Wow, she really got you.
No, I'm not trying to say that she's wrong, but I'm also trying to say it's not the same kind of comparison. Like, I'm not also furred with goat hooves. If I had goat hooves, then absolutely.
If it walks like a goat, jumps like a goat, it's probably a goat.
I have a question for you.
Battle
You
cry, which is
have reptilian skin and a shell. And
Putting that one in the
quotes.
quotes.
Wait, if you have hooves, do you and wait, hear me out. If you had hooves, would you inherently have spider climb?
nice.
No.
I mean, like,
Oh my God,
89
you
degrees,
crave
yes.
those
90
minerals?
degrees, no.
Yeah.
You gotta lick the rock.
Oh
my god.
Yeah, D&D. Where's my goats that get inherent spider climb? You fucking cowards.
Cowards.
Just like cats not being able to jump or see in the dark.
Cats always get dark vision in my games. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit.
That shit's
Oh,
so funny.
fuck. That's a solid one. That's going in the quotes later. All right.
The goat.
You're kind of a turtle. Are you a goat?
Like I said,
And then the fucking start of the.
if I were
Now
to
I'm
describe you and exclude the fact that you stand on two legs, people would assume I'm talking about a turtle.
Well, I don't think turtles talk.
Mm,
Some
thank
do.
you.
They could. It's not an insult, it's just stating you are turtle-like.
Usually they just.
I
make
mean, you know what?
you know.
I'm on Niv's side on this one because we are very. Hold on, hear me out. You're not going to thank me in a second.
Let him cook.
Damn, I didn't know you all had the spell
Let him-
primal savagery. Jeez.
I was gonna say-
Let him boil. Let him boil.
Let him boil. Let him. I mean, you could argue that I'm very ape-like. Other than the fact that I am not covered in fur, I have opposable thumbs. I
To
walk
be
on
fair,
two legs.
to be fair, you are
Do-
kind of
do
covered in fur.
humanoids-
I'll be
Do
honest.
humanoids evolve from primates in this world?
Yeah, I just looked at
Evolution.
it
This
and
might
I'm
have
like,
fact we can
Is
that
evolution.
is such a nerdy thing to say.
But you know
Oh.
what? A gnome showed up to my island and he studied us for a very long time. And then he said, Eureka, evolution exists. Look at these turtles. It proves it. My God.
No, the
Then he went
final
away.
evolution of elves is crab. We all know this.
Crab.
My
people,
final form.
crab
all
people.
roads eventually lead to you being a crab.
Oh my God.
Shalot's already halfway there. Got the shell.
Sturdy exoskeleton.
Man, that is too much of a question for me, the DM, to have to ponder. Of whether or not did the elves evolve from Fey ape? What is the hybrid? What is the missing link between Fey ape
Just fape.
and fucking astral elf? You come from space monkeys? I don't know.
I think it
I'm
went
just
from
saying, just because
to
there's a
dwarf.
likeness doesn't mean that
God,
it is the same.
This brings in
I
a
think
lot
it's
of
just-
this
Which
brings in
is
a lot
why
of
I
questions
said
that I can't
Don't
answer.
thank me. That's why I said don't thank me because it might not go well.
So, so halflings to dwarves, then the humans. And then,
It's an evolutionary line.
yeah.
I mean, if your baseline is the opposable thumb thing, then comparing Niveus to a goat, we could just say, well, 4 limbs, horns, basically a goat.
That's not my
It's
entire
almost
argument.
as
That's
if
all that you're
collectively
taking out of it.
In this
creatures
tea.
share similar features.
Mm.
Did someone
Alright.
put cannabis in this tea? Why are we talking?
Good question.
He did say, "What is your favorite kind of tea?"
You
Chuck?"
did serve me this tea and you said it's best served hot, but the moment it touched me, it's not hot anymore.
Okay, Ginar enjoys a nice cup of
I have
fireweed
to-
tea.
I'm only able to drink iced coffee.
You watch me take some notes, like cool tea.
Iced
Maybe like a-
tea,
Maybe
if
like
you
a
will.
maybe like a barley or something.
Nothing like a nice iced green tea.
What if you chipped off some ice or something and you put it in a drink?
That's
Oh, iced tea.
what people do. Ice.
What? Hold on, guys. He is from a lava society.
Hold on, he's cooking.
He's always cooking.
That was a big breakthrough right there.
We'll have to write that one down.
Iced teas, iced
Does
beverages.
ice even make it to your mouth, or does your beard melt it? You know.
What was that?
Is that a vicious?
Does ice even make it to your mouth, or does your beard melt it
It's
immediately?
it's not fully on fire. Like at the bottom of it, it's kind of like a yeah.
Little embers.
All right.
I really like
Also-
that we have a fire, an ice, and a lightning visual base.
We might have to talk about fire resistance later on.
I also wanted to say real quick, I've seen this and I can't unsee it, but Lyric looks like the nose kind of looks like an eyeball.
No, I can't unsee it.
And nobody saw.
Dylan, what the fuck?
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Fucking craving, dude. Jeez.
Whoops.
All right,
Da-di-da-di-da.
days 6 and 7. Let's roll those dice.
Golden
Why
bones.
haven't rolled a die yet?
Or no, it's days 7 and 8.
Oh.
27.
All right. So,
Oh, there we go.
on the all right, well, we'll do 76 for our 9th day. Bam, we got the last 3 days right there.
Boom, baby.
All right. So,
Hydrate.
Hydrate.
day
Hydrate,
27 is notably, and Shalone, Zephyr would have
Shalom.
been confirming this with you for a while.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, Auntie, I ain't seen no other animals.
Ha.
Like, weirdly, like nothing. Like, I'm not seeing birds. I'm not seeing ground critters. I ain't seeing shit, to be honest.
Nothing at all, huh?
No, and it's been real bothersome. I've been trying to hunt things, nothing. I've been beat at the ground, ain't seen no worms. Maybe it's too cold? I'm not used to this cold.
No. This
But you're
place,
so cool.
I think the only place that doesn't have animal life would be like a glacier. That would
Well, this
be barren. But
is
this
kind of
just-
definitely a glacier.
Well,
I live
Hold
like
that
3
thought.
miles from a glacier. It's definitely not a glacier.
yeah.
Right? That one, she would know.
Sure. I think having a hard surface does not make a glacier, but that's okay, Zephyr. We're learning.
That's just like having a shell doesn't make you a turtle.
Yeah, we'll hold on to that.
A day
one.
later, we start this argument all over again.
Doesn't make you an
Are your
ape.
people not called a turtle? Where else would they have gotten that?
That's what people call us. We don't call our
What do you call yourselves,
What do you call
Dylan?
Huh? What do we call ourselves? We call ourselves sheeple.
I bet Zephyr does not like that one.
I'll say, I'll look concerned and say,
All right. That's not good. No animal life whatsoever. That suggests not even. it's a
So,
predator.
after that's
What does that
pointed out,
suggest?
your 7th day on the road.
Mhm.
Y'all gotta stop hydrating. I have to pee so bad.
I ran out of soda.
I'm out of water.
they're really hurting us with the button now. It's a
Like,
torture.
Can we just get this encounter started so we can end the session and I can go to the bathroom?
No. This is gonna be the most long drawn out.
You guys see your first bit of wildlife as from one of the like wooded sections, a a large deer, not quite an elk, but a deer comes out, just walks straight out of the forest towards you guys.
Okay, perfect. I had prepped this. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals. Ever since I heard a pig ate a person.
Go for the musket.
As it
I'm gonna ritually
approaches,
cast
it gets
Speak
to
with
about
Animals.
it gets to about 30 feet from you guys, and it is just staring you guys down as it approaches, like
Nifty looking deer.
not breaking eye contact. And give me an animal handling. Anybody who's proficient.
I'm proficient.
Shitty
I'm
looking
going
deer.
to give bardic inspiration to Shalone.
Oh, thank you.
Or
Oh,
her
Shalom.
diddle.
I see her casting.
It's a flute
some
diddle
magic.
Well, it's not snowing anymore. Did the
It's not
hurdy-gurdy
snowing
come back
anymore.
out?
It's just a little hurdy-gurdy.
Listen, but you hadn't stated that yet.
They were in the middle of
Real
stating it.
quick. We got memes real quick.
Oh no, terrifying.
He goes
that's
up on 2
23.
feet, immediately takes the gloves off. Does the whole fucking old timey put him up. He's getting the boxer stance going.
He can cast some magic components now.
He's got articulable fingers. All right,
23.
animal handlings. 23. Is Shalom the only one proficient in animal handling, or did and nobody else want to make that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get them both, Shalom.
I ain't messing with that.
And I cast Speak with Animals.
Okay. This isn't the animal handling isn't for it's to notice something weird is off about.
Cool.
I guess nature would have been a fine one too here if you're proficient
I also
in nature.
have that.
Nope. Not good at
If
that.
anyone wants to.
I will
Shalom,
say real
Jesus,
quick,
more
You
one.
have a D6, and you've got little glittering music notes twirling around you, kind of like a halo.
Like a halo. Okay. I'm gonna hold on to that if I need
Just
to persuade
wrestle,
this thing.
Jesus.
I've got 10 minutes on that, right? On a bardic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rassel, there's so many better things you could be redeeming. I'm gonna have to learn how to put a fucking stop on that. Rassel's deemed 1,000 points in hydrate.
They're just
I got a
keep going.
camelback now that I'm just like
Rats.
slurping from.
All right.
I have water poisoning.
They were found drowned the next day.
So Shalom, you notice as the deer approaches you, it's not walking like a deer. It's got like the best way to describe it would be like a runway strut.
Okay.
Good for it.
On 4 legs.
Yes. So it's like
Okay.
bam, cross,
Yeah,
point. And that's how it's
Articulating in a very
approaching
weird
you
way.
guys. It's just bam, bam.
I'll get my musket.
Yeah, Shalom was
Weird.
kind of like say
As it gets to about 30 feet, you guys can see the eyes turn and glow red. The mouth opens, and it just screams.
Yeah, I'll get my musket.
Yeah,
But
okay.
it's not a deer screaming. It sounds like a pre-recorded of some sort of. It's definitely humanoid. It's just a person like
but
dying.
it's very obvious that it's not making the noise, like it's emitting something.
Yeah.
Like it's not its vocal cords that's doing it.
Yes. Yeah. It's not its vocal cords. It's opening its mouth, and it's just like a pre-recorded message of a person screaming.
Shalom will kind of hear that, nod, and she'll look to Nox and Nivius and Ginar and say,
I think your expertise might be needed.
Don't even have a moment.
steps
I
back.
think I'm gonna shoot him.
Yeah. Anybody that would immediately start violence at that point, you could just go ahead and roll your attacks as it's.
I will really quick. Like as this is happening, I just kind of want nudge.
You cut out.
Nox.
You cut out. Sorry.
I just kind of want to nudge Nox and kind of lean down and quietly say, "You're good at spotting things, right? Could you take a peek, see? Check the surroundings."
Of course. So I start pulling a hand
This-
crossbow and take a
This,
take a look
this
around.
feels like a tactic that's similar to distraction, which I'm
Yeah,
very acquainted
Definitely
with.
does.
I'm ready to toss a hand out.
I will.
I did shoot.
I'll take
already
a
shot.
very.
I was
nice
like-
long.
I was like, Ginar
Just
was
that-
declaring fire, so Nox, you could take a look. Ginar is definitely taking their shot
Yeah.
as a
Drop
pretty.
my
looking-
hand axe at it.
I'm looking for anything that is not that is ready to come and fuck us.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception. You already did.
I did.
Me looking over at the other screen. Ah, there it is.
Are you roll a perception, you fuck boy?
Well, I got another nat 20.
The fancy fuckboys coming in with all the money.
Man, Maddox is straight up stealing 20.
uh,
The worst.
Sharky.
Not
Oh,
the rest of
Sharky.
us.
Oh no.
Oh no. Wait, hold on. Is that?
Jeez, musket. Musket misfires on a 3. Let's go! Yeah! Yeah! The first shot. Gidar pulls out his gun. Click. Whole thing just shorts out. Just.
Well, at least that was the musket. Well, that's not good.
That thing doesn't seem to be very useful.
That's all right. I got another gun. So I got multiple.
Nivius just the gun. You guys watch the powder. The powder, like as it strikes, doesn't ignite, and the hammer spins all the way to like the bottom of the gun, and he's just like, "Fuck!" Nivius just without missing a beat, just strikes the deer in the head. The whole thing just like comedically like flops to the side, like it was being held up by its very life essence.
That's terrifying.
Just straight to the head, and the whole thing just dies. It just domes over.
Well, that's embarrassing.
Our visual boys that are off
Perceiving.
are perceiving. You guys are about 120 feet out from the tree line. Like the dense forest is a ways off, and you guys clocked this deer coming at you from a while away. Both of you notice a dark humanoid figure obscured by distance. Just as soon as the deer falls, just retreat into the tree line. Like further back. You guys spot just a tad bit of movement, like hundreds of feet off.
How far off? You said about 100 feet? A little
Yeah,
more than 100
probably about
feet?
100. Yeah, probably about 100 feet or more from the nearest batch of tree line, like where you watch the deer cross from.
Can I take a shot at it with disadvantage with my hand crossbow?
Sure, you can fire off.
120. Just shout, "Stop!" Fucking. Well, let's see what the disadvantage brings.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll to see if they ignore your command. They do.
You said how far is it?
You're looking at like
100
120 feet off.
Oh, okay, perfect. I'm gonna use Firebolt, which is 120 feet.
Cool.
Ooh.
Make a shot.
I don't think a 14 probably doesn't hit.
14 does not hit.
We're level 4.
Oh,
I'm gonna say that hits.
25 hits, yeah.
I'll hit on a good day.
Oh my
Dang,
God.
max damage? Fucking
Oh my
Maddox.
God.
Maddox just
Maddox.
immediately whips his hand up, a bolt of flame just goes launching off into the forest, into the distance. Whatever that figure is, it
Did not like
you,
that.
you lose visual on it after it starts running.
Did it make a noise sound?
To go,
I'm being hit by fire.
Well, if it's there
No.
and then it's suddenly not there,
Child.
just me being me.
It's just a child.
Setting
A
children on
little
fire.
wizard child has
You were
bewitched
shot by
a deer to
somebody
fuck
likes
with
you.
people on the road, and you
Yeah.
killed them.
Yeah, I'm about to kill him a lot worse.
Oh?
I'm gonna use the thing that we talked about as a true thing that I am.
All right. Oh my god.
So
Follow your truth, Kyle.
this, you just see Nox starts running, and like mid stride, his body changes, and like if you blink, you miss it. But it's not for those who have fought. It's not the hybrid. It's
Oh, you going
just
full.
it's a small dire wolf, basically. A very big fucking dog.
I thought we went over that you are were crocodile by race.
I thought we went over. We
No,
had
no.
a bunch of different shit. Written
No,
down.
you're using the stats for a dire croc. You turn into a crocodile.
Yeah, hold on. Let's see if this makes sense. If it
Let him
still moves
cook.
faster than I do.
Yeah, you turn into a crocodile. Yeah, no.
Crocodiles
'Cause you're
can
not a-
move fast.
You're not a
Yeah,
you
yeah.
aren't you aren't a wolf. You are
The
a
question
crocodile.
is, did D&D get it right that they move fast or
Yeah.
not?
They do not move faster on land according to D&D.
No, those things can
So-
fucking gallop.
Those things can fucking yeah.
I like how
but
everybody
according-
here is like, nah, I've seen those bears. The gators can move.
According to D&D, they do not move faster than I do on normal foot. So we'll go by that. We skip
Sad.
that. I just start chasing him.
Okay.
Just 30 feet.
Yeah,
total
I was
60
like,
foot
no,
dash.
because you're not wolf. You're
I'm
the
after it,
crocodile.
yeah.
That's
We
our whole.
started talking off about
Yeah.
that, and then heard. Anyway, we're going. We're just fucking going.
Well,
All right. And
All
Knox
of
is
us-
gone.
All of us, when he said direwolf, we're like, well, wait a minute.
I was like, pause. Wait a minute. Hold up.
Yeah. My brain doesn't.
Nah,
like it.
yeah, because
See, we all think that he turns into a direwolf because that's what we're used to, and then a fucking
Yeah.
just a
The
crocodile.
crocodile.
We're like,
he
"Whoa,
does a little
what?"
hiss thing and just starts battling his little feetsies into the fucking forest.
Yeah.
they make the fucking
I love the visual of you doing that, and then like us looking at each other, and then like deciding to run after you and passing you in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, did he just turn into a dinosaur?
no worry about
I
it.
know.
Yeah, he did. All right, well, let's go.
The Florida Gator booking. All right, you guys are running.
We're going into the forest.
Slowed
We're going
great.
into the forest. There's no animals. We're going into the forest. There's no animals, and that thing just came out of.
Well, we
Yes.
either do
Someone-
that or we leave Nox to
Look, he's
handle it
already
himself.
Knox, can you come back, please?
No, I don't think he's going to.
Does Knox come
He's-
back?
All right, so hang on.
Nah.
All right, I have to calculate how far they go. Nox, what's your move speed? What do you got?
My normal move speed is 30 feet.
Okay.
So I move 60 in the time of whatever this happens.
Is
All right.
Knox running? Knox ain't coming back.
Nox, you
If I can
dashing?
get a shot on him, I can slow him
Yeah.
down.
Oh, I'm definitely dashing.
Okay,
All
so you're
right, let's go
dashing.
get 'em.
The thing whatever you're chasing is, spoiler review, going to also take the dash action.
What?
So you gain no distance on them, and you have yet to break the tree line. I'm going to need you to make a perception to chase at disadvantage.
Can I chase them with my nose
Ooh.
for advantage?
They probably peed a little when they saw the deer thing die instantly.
And then the fucking fireball that came
or the
100 feet and did 10
Ooh,
damage.
the scorched flesh. That would be potent.
Yeah, you can take a flat roll for it.
I mean, technically, I could do it on. I could hear for them as well. Hear them crashing through the trees.
Crashing through
so
the trees.
either one of those.
I'm getting the fuck away. Not dealing with that motherfucking bullshit
So-
today.
Just a flat roll.
10!
And
That's a
So-
success for an easy
the
task. This should be easy.
The worst. I haven't rolled over a 10.
So as you kind of like sniff and you lock onto the scent of something as you run into the tree line to like try and chase down what it is, you quickly come across you come across 4 bodies, each of them humanoid, about 4 adults, all human. Roll. But you also see, as Nivius, you went to retrieve your axe, you said?
Yeah, she picked it up and then started following.
As you go over to that deer, like the way it's flopped over, the whole thing is kind of deflated, and you see that the deer itself has been vivisected, like in the underbelly, and the whole thing is empty.
what the fuck?
Not a normal deer. We'll come back to that afterward.
Whoa, not a normal deer, you don't say.
Like it wasn't. It just go run.
So, Nox, you find 4 humans dead in the forest, and in between, like near them, a pile of deer entrails, just like most of the insides of the deer.
The rest of the deer. Keep chasing that motherfucker.
I'm going to stop near the deer body because we can see that Nox has stopped, or we can hear that he hasn't gone that far.
Let's see. So he went 60, and then he could go another 60. So he's probably about 20 feet into the tree line when he stumbles across the bodies.
All right, then I guess I wouldn't stop at the deer yet until I know that Nox has stopped. So yeah, I'd be following.
Yeah, Nox, what are you doing into the woods?
I stumble across four bodies.
Yeah.
I go to move past them. I'm gonna keep chasing.
Sure. Now, so they are going to spend their turn to dash. So they are deeper into the woods. I'm gonna need that check at disadvantage now, as you are confronted with it's very hard to get past the smell of the death surrounding you. These are pretty fresh. There's a lot of blood, but there's the entire inside of a deer is sitting at your feet.
Lovely.
And you're now in very unfamiliar, and you're starting to hit dense forest as you venture forward.
Yeah. No.
Hey.
I think that should be a disadvantage.
It should
possibly
be a disadvantage.
Yeah. There you go. There's the disadvantage number we like.
Cool. All right. And say as you kind of peer off into the woods, you see some trailed footprints, but you quickly lose them. About another 40 feet into the woods, you kind of lose track of this trail that you're following.
Fuck. Make my way back to the corpses and leftover viscera.
The humans are dressed rather plainly. One of them does have a firearm. They currently they have a musket themselves. Two of the others have wood axes for just harvesting wood, just less of a military based hand axe, more of a lumberjack's axe. It's not really made for fighting, but if you want it, it's metal, you can hit stuff with it. And the last one is just carrying this metal truss, a sled for dragging stuff.
Lovely.
It's kind of nearby.
Just real quick, kind of scanning over them, doing the thing. Let's see if I can investigate. Are they all dead? And what was their method of death? I assume they're all very dead.
They are all very dead.
Very dead.
Variants of dead.
Yeah. Give me an investigation.
Lovely. 18.
Nice.
Excellent. So looking them over, each of the bodies, all of the viscera that you see in front of you is from the deer. Looking over the people, they don't seem to have any wounds.
But they're definitely dead.
They're definitely dead.
Are they empty?
I crouch down next to one and try and just shift the body a little bit. Kind of I imagine I would inspect, I'm inspecting them, trying to figure out how they're dead. So I'm gonna move them a little bit.
Yeah. So
until they wake up and grab my face.
All 4 of them just start nibbling on his toes.
In before.
No. So, looking each of them over, and like looking at the like scuffles across the ground, like into the like soft dirt and like the fallen nettles across the ground. It looks like, from what you can tell, they kind of strode into the woods fine. And then, judging from the looks on the ground, it looks like they were turning and running from presumably whatever killed them.
Yeah.
And then they were just like kind of cast where they are. They died relatively quickly, it looks like, because it looks like they got about maybe 4 or 5 steps from when they went, oh shit, run, to dead.
But not outwardly like something didn't maul them to death.
Yeah, they weren't
They're not-
mauled, they weren't
they're not
stabbed,
outwardly
they weren't
wounded.
shot. Yeah, they were not.
Okay. I turn and kind of look back in the direction that whatever I was chasing went. And very carefully start taking steps back. Very slowly. Keeping my eye on the forest side that I haven't been through yet. Retreating from the trees.
Nox rejoins you all. Back out in
I was
the...
heading like toward.
I think we would have met him at the.
Yeah, you probably would have
bodies.
met him at the bodies while he was investigating, yeah. So yeah,
Where'd
you
the
all
runner
see
go?
the same.
He got away.
Oh God.
Was it a he?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look at the. I'm gonna go back to the line of the tree where Maddox got the hit. I'm gonna look for any signs of like burnt flesh or markings or boots or anything like that. Anything to denote what might have been hit.
Sure. Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
All right,
Can I try to
Zephyr,
fix my gun real quick?
Yeah, you can go ahead and make that check.
Zephyr, keep your beak to the ground. Tell me if you see anything.
Yes, ma'am, Auntie. I
And
will be
plus
on
the
it. And he's gonna
misfires.
make a perimeter. He's just...
Great. I'll take the help action from my buddy.
Yep.
My buddy. Investigation. Here we go.
Hold on.
With the advantage. It's
Hold
a,
up.
25.
Wait a minute.
I was gonna give him guidance.
You can add a
I guess
d4.
you-
That's why I
Okay.
said wait. That's why I said wait.
Oh, well, you have guidance for 10 minutes. You can spend it on wherever you want. It
Anything
doesn't have to be the
else.
next check.
Okay.
So,
You're also
Uh,
still inspired.
you are still inspired. You do have the musical notes dancing around your head and kind of putting off a faint light.
Mm-hmm.
Really helping with this like dark tree line. You're getting like a nice bright view in front of you. Like, look at this.
Hell yeah.
So digging through, it looks like whatever was here, like you can easily find the epicenter of wherever what was
They're
hit was
standing
standing. And you can see that it looks like Maddox's shot took them by surprise, and it looks like they were knocked off their feet. It looks like they were bipedal, and then they just kind of like scramble dashed off into the woods, judging from the disturbance of the plant matter on the ground here.
If
Okay.
there's
And then you
tracks,
can-
we could
You can
follow.
find and follow the tracks to about where Nox lost them. You can see just like nettles and like the grass has been like disturbed from something frantically like going, yo shit, something hit me, what the fuck? And just like scrambling through the woods.
Are there claw marks, hand marks in terms of like the scrambling? Boots,
No,
feet?
doesn't look like anything clawed through the ground. It does look like just kind of general disturbance. Nothing abrasive enough to leave too deep of gashes. Like nettles have been disturbed. You can see like the pattern of like someone like getting up. So it's definitely humanoid in nature.
Boots. Because it just snowed recently, so the ground would be moist. So
Yeah. Doesn't look like. It doesn't look like heavy boots.
but not like no like
Nothing with like.
feet marks.
Yeah, no bare feet and no like major discernible
Sandals?
tread. Could be something that doesn't have like a lot of tread.
Slippers.
Slippers,
Anyway.
some flat
Or
shoes.
just a smooth, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
ballet
I should-
flags.
Yeah, right. Shalon will kind
that's how they lost Nox. They started pirouetting through the fucking forest.
Shalom will kind of come up to the group then and say,
I think whatever it was could say it was a humanoid, but might be something more lithe. Maybe not a dwarf. The footprints that they left behind were light, not very heavy.
We already saw some halflings. Maybe there's more in the area.
I don't think it was a half.
Can I get everyone's
Whatever it was.
passives across the board real quick, just so I know?
16.
10.
20.
Hold on. I know mine is not 20.
It's-
So it should be right under your skills.
I could have had 21, but I didn't.
13 for me.
15.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, he's proficient.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, any
Alrighty.
mental skill, everyone's gonna seem better at it than me. Nothing in those skills.
You one-shotted that deer, so you did, you know.
That's what I do.
All right.
Big muscles, head empty.
All right. Nox, while you're out here, while you guys are like investigating the scene, you get the sight of your second animal in this region. A large gray rat is currently like laying off like in a pile of like nettles and stuff, just laying on the ground, just watching you.
So it's a what?
It's a rat.
Large gray rat.
Mm.
Rats.
Note it.
Rats. Y'all are the rats.
Note it, but don't bring attention to it immediately.
Then
Then
roll me, I guess, deception. It's gonna roll insight to see if you've clocked it.
How insightful is this?
How insightful is a rat?
Well, I was going to just avoid it so I could shoot it unexpectedly in a moment. So can I use that as my reaction
Whoa,
instead?
we're just killing the rat?
Yeah.
You didn't do anything.
Sketchy ass looking rat.
Yeah, you can go ahead and
Sketchy-ass looking
shoot it
rat.
if you like
I mean-
notice it. Like you've got like you notice it and you're like, okay, you're right. It's a rat, like it's like a field rat, right? You're like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
And then
But
you're like,
the-
it stares at you for just like a second too long, and you're like,
Yeah.
is this thing sizing me up? And then you see it immediately like start to try and like it's like I've been had and like springs up.
Oh.
As it springs up, hand crossbow bolt just goes right underneath it.
Right, go scamper. You guys watch as Nox
Right
turns,
underneath it.
fires
It was
off into the
like-
tree line. You guys see like a rat, the rat's probably like 6 or 7 inches. You see this like spry gray rat just leap into the air and just start bounding off into the forest.
Zephyr, fetch!
Fucking covered in spies.
You guys
think a roadrunner
watch
beats a
as
rat.
this thing as Zephyr in his little punk jacket darts off into the woods, and then you just hear like a scuffle. You guys watch this thing roll as he dive tackles this fucking rat and just comes back dragging it over. Like, come here, you little fuck. Come here, little fucking rat. He just pins it up against a tree.
He's so cool.
I'm sorry that my companion had to be rough with you. We are a bit concerned considering.
And
the
I gotta
last
make an
animal we
opposed grapple
saw-
check by the Roadrunner.
Okay.
Oh, the rat got a natural 1. Let's go. He fucking just like pins it up against a tree.
You can understand me, yes?
I still have Speak with Animals going. That's 10 minutes.
Cool. All right.
Life has many doors, that boy.
Life has many doors, said the boy. Okay. Do you hear it? Which of the words? Do you hear the song?
I
The-
have heard.
Shalom,
There is
the
a-
rat seems thoroughly freaked. Not that it's been
Yeah.
caught and slammed against a tree by a fucking roadrunner,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like inherently scared.
I figured that. Yeah, Shalom like apologized, like saying,
I'm sorry that we had to handle you roughly, but, well, the last animal we saw was not normal. But we have heard that there has been a song that has summoned people. You've heard this thing?
The wilds Nature, it calls. It calls for their blood.
Who is calling? Who is singing this song?
I don't know. They come in the nights, and the music is so sweet, but it makes us thirsty for blood.
Are you thirsty now?
Kyle, did you just shoot it? Like, what happened? I was a lyrics typing. I saw the fucking thing move. It was like Kyle tries to shoot it again, and this time it misses.
Well, I was just asking.
Nope.
Speak with animals. Are you squeaking at the mouse, or are you
Yeah, it's
talking
like
to
a
the
sheep
mouse
The
race.
important
normally?
question
And
for every
does it,
campaign.
does it
You're making
translate?
animal sounds. You're making animal sounds.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know if we were getting half of the conversation.
No, speak with animals.
weird.
My
Zephyr's
interpretation of it,
translating.
speak with animals, is you talk to the creatures.
Okay. I just
Yeah.
couldn't remember.
Yeah, that's my
Wait,
interpretation.
Could we have Zephyr translate for the group while I'm talking?
Do all animals speak the same
Yeah,
yes.
language?
Just like all
Yes.
Pokemon speak the same Pokemon language. They don't understand each other.
There's only one correct answer to this. Tyler, the answer is yes.
Is your Roadrunner proficient in rat? Does he speak rat? He probably speaks rat.
No help, please.
I got a lot of problems with rats, pigs. Wait.
Scabs.
Scabs. Yeah, no, he's just kind of Zephyr's just holding against a tree, and it's like, y'all, this guy freaking me the fuck out. He's saying that their music
He's
is
been
calling for blood. I don't.
Yeah, I think he has been exposed to some foul things.
Nature's asking for him to kill.
Do you know where the song is sung? Sung at night. You did not know who,
No.
but where was the last place you heard it?
I heard it along the road. Whatever it does, it travels. I heard the song 2 days ago, coming down the road the same way you did. Shalon, you also know that the rat is more articulate than your average just
Normal
fucking rat.
animal.
Like this thing has
Yeah.
way too much like awareness of its own, like what it is.
Something's happened to it.
Yeah.
More. So I think Shalom will like look to the group and say, kind of explain, say, this little rat, this little one has heard the song that the miners mentioned. Something about it makes it crave blood to
Do you
kill,
think-
to take.
Fucking lovely.
Do you think you could get? I mean, it's a rat, but do you think you could get a melody out of it?
Oh.
I'll make a
Shalom will
performance
kinda think,
check for the rat at disadvantage.
I might be able to, but I would warn you, Lyric, that I mean, I am. Who am I?
The
to
rat
tell
has
you
a
of the
charisma
power
of 4.
Who am I to tell you the power of song? But would there not be danger in its?
You also
This-
still have guys.
If this song is so dangerous, isn't that not potentially? Would there not be inherent risk in its performing the thing?
Everything has
Does
risks.
the melody itself carry the whatever's happening, or is it the source?
It would depend on many factors. There is risk. Those music notes hovering over you will help protect you. I mean, it's up to you. There is risk, but we could learn some very valuable information.
I would prefer to protect the rat if I can. I would not want to. It is a victim in this, like many of the things of this forest. But I understand what you are saying, so I will do this. And Shalom will cast Detect Thoughts and ask the rat to remember the song.
Okay. So instead of the charisma check I just made of -2, Rat didn't roll great. An intelligence check to try and remember the song. Okay.
This rat's tone deaf.
What would it be? Me
Ba ba ba
delving
ba
into
ba
its
ba.
brain.
That's Imperial.
Brain delving.
Does
so
the
that
creature need to
rolls-
have a positive intelligence for you to detect thoughts on it?
Yeah, there is a minimum intelligence score on the tech bots.
Is there?
I believe
The rat
that,
has an
yeah.
intelligence of 2.
I think that is below it.
Yeah, I think Detect Thoughts requires a 3 or a 4, I'll be honest.
Yeah, you
Well,
can't
it's a
detect
little
the
bit.
creature with-
Isn't
okay,
it a little bit? Oh, the spell can penetrate barriers. You can't detect a creature with intelligence of 3
3
or lower.
Yeah.
Damn it, so that won't work.
Yeah, its thoughts are too immediate.
Okay. So
For you
I'll
to,
try
like,
to
delve
So-
into them.
Yeah.
You delve deeper
then-
and you learn that it's like find food, find mate, stay warm.
Okay. So Shalom will kind of like.
So you can
open
save your
her
spell
eyes.
slot. Yeah, you would know that it wouldn't work on.
Yeah, I think Shalom will open her eyes and kind of look to Lyric and say, even though I am speaking with the beast, it's still a beast, and its capacity to remember is not.
Yeah, you don't
Strong
have
enough.
to explain. It was a long shot. I understand.
I would love to see a rat sing, but I think that would take a lot
Check
of
out the
training.
Frog Theater in Storm's Crest.
But I will offer the rat. I'll say, if you want, you can at least have some respite with me until we sort this out. I don't want you to be in the woods. These woods are not safe, I don't think, for living things for the moment.
I need blood. I need
give you a
to
little bit of
drink
blood.
it. I need to feast on flesh.
Sure.
Well, well,
Zephyr kind of looks at you like
Shalom like shakes her head like I'm not gonna do that, but I'm
he's just like
while you're comforting the rat, I want to keep a ear and a nose out for either a burnt like fabric leather from the firebolt,
not yet, fireball.
to see if anything like, because the last one it seemed like maybe that person had to be within sight to do this, but this one's not full puppeted yet. So we'll take a little sniff. See if I can find anything.
yeah, go ahead. Sniff around.
Sniff Snorf.
We're gonna do that with advantage because the sniff snarf. 22.
22.
The sniff snarf.
You go sniff snorfing around. If there was someone in the area, they are long departed.
Me too.
Yeah.
Weird. Anyway, do that. Come back to the corpses. Well, this is the weird part for me, friends.
Oh God.
Nux just like kind of points at all of them. Is like, there's no obvious wounds, as some might say.
Mm-hmm.
No
I thought you were
cuts,
gonna
no
ask if you
lacerations,
were
no
finished that.
burns. And it looks like they started turning to run about right over there. Then they dropped dead right here.
I hate to be that guy, but is this perhaps a good chance to stop for the night?
Yeah.
Yes.
We could pick it up investigating the bodies.
Sounds like a solid plan. In 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Remember
The
what you were
mystery
thinking. In
will eat
2
me
weeks,
alive.
everyone. We'll have a quick little breakout once I end the stream, but that will be it for episode 1 of Deathless Tales. I lied. There's tons of death. People are gonna die. You've all been baited.
This rat.
That fucking deer did give me cold chills. I'm like, ugh.
But
To be
thank you all
honest, I
for
thought-
joining us.
Mhm.
I appreciate you all coming in, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Some of you will see me in 5 days. Like this man here in chat.
Holy
Waka
crap.
waka.
And this one here in the call.
Time just keeps
Time is a
timing.
fucking illusion.
I'll show up at your fucking house.
Oh god. Happy holidays, everyone. See you in 2024.
Monk ass.
I thought